seconds to go in OT. That snapped a 6-game losing streak for Joe Sacco's team, despite allowing a season-high 43 shots on Jeremy Swayman.
Well, he was the difference in the game, right? The goalie played very well tonight. And that's what you need sometimes when you're going through a situation like we are. They played well. We had outstanding goaltending today, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, not only the shots on goal, but the shot attempts. Over 100 shot attempts in that game. That was a huge difference between the two teams, and it showed. And the ice was tilted, right? It was Florida that had tilted the ice. They had the opportunities. The Bruins kind of hung in there long enough. They got some timely goals scoring. They got a couple power play goals. That's the first time that's happened since Game 5 of the regular season here, going all the way back to Colorado. So it's they had a couple things go right for them in that game, and they hung in there. And especially when Reinhart scores on a bit of a fluky goal late, and the Bruins, the hockey gods, were on their side when the Bruins get the fluky goal by Pastrnak. With the power play and Bennett in the box, it's kind of like a little, the hockey gods were really on our sides here. But you can't, obviously, that's not going to be a recipe for success here long term. So they realize they have to play better. Swayman's in the nets here today. Again, the Bruins have hit a little bit of adversity in the sense that they've really been fairly lucky all season long. With the exception of Hampus Lindholm, they've been relatively healthy all year. Now you got McAvoy going on IR. You've got Kastelik going on IR. He looked good the other day, coming back from Tampa, but not well enough, obviously, to play. They don't play again until Saturday, so they can afford to be a little careful with a couple guys. So you've got a couple of key players on IR right now, and then Hampus Lindholm goes on long-term IR. That was just a roster move because he's back in skating, and he hasn't had any setbacks. He's going in the right direction, so that's good news for the Bruins. But, all teams have to go through the injury adversity through a season. And the Bruins are going to go through it right now, and depending on how long McAvoy is out, that's a big blow to their back end. Your top two defensemen out of the lineup right now.
Yeah, we'll see what the lineup looks like tonight, as there's some moving parts, as you said, with both Kastelik and McAvoy put on IR here today. The Bruins called up Vinny Lettieri yesterday. This morning they called up Matt Poitras. They also called up defenseman Michael Callahan, and we'll see kind of where everybody fits. There was a question about whether Charlie Coyle would be healthy enough to play tonight because he's a little under the weather, but he is out on the ice for pregame warm-ups as we speak. But speaking of Matt Poitras, it's been a question of when does he get another crack at the NHL. He says his time down in Providence has helped his game.
Yeah, I mean, when I first got down, it was tough playing more because you go from playing less, and you're getting more shifts, and that kind of just helps, and kind of helps you figure out that you need to do some more off the ice to just get in better shape and be able to play more minutes.
Yeah, so he's not a gifted skater. He's not somebody, he's got to work to skate, if that makes any sense, right? It's not something that just fly around the ice and be out there all game. He's got to work at it. And, he took he got tired quickly. He was taking really short shifts, and this is going back to last season as well. So I think that, every soundbite, we had 4 or 5 sound bites from Matt Poitras, and every soundbite was talking about how the experience in the American Hockey League has helped him in different ways. Each soundbite was a little bit different. And, we went with that one. It was just, it's a valuable experience if you take it the right way. If you go down with the right attitude and you work at your game and you work at the things that the coaching staff and the organization talks to you about that need to improve, it can be, for a guy with his skill set, it can be valuable. You want, when he comes back up here, I've said it all along, when he comes back up here, I want him up here full time. And his play will dictate that. You want him to be up here. You don't want him to be up and down, up and down, up and down. Right. Has he played well enough down there to earn the right to be here and now to be here full time? Give him an opportunity in different situations, offensive situations. We'll see how they use him and utilize him. Joe Sacco said no matter what Charlie Coyle's status will be here today, Poitras will be in the lineup. For him, play with pace. Don't put yourself in those positions where you're going to take a big hit, because he's taken a bunch of them. And, making sure that your head's on a swivel and you make that play a little bit before instead of holding on to the puck at one more second. You like when he holds on to the puck to make a play, but at the same time, he's not a big guy. You can't put yourself in that position to get waxed. I mean, you got to be smart about it. So, there's a few things I'm really curious to see where his game is at. He looked good this morning, just watching him in the morning skate. But that's one thing. This is a whole different animal.
Well, he admitted when he spoke to us this morning he was frustrated when he first got down to Providence, as most guys are. But he put up 20 points in 23 games down there. The Bruins, meanwhile, you mentioned a couple of power play goals against Florida. That's the first time they've done that in forever, and it ended an 8-game scoring drought on the power play. Now Brad Marchand hopes that's a sign of things to come.
When you go through, say, a stretch, but it's kind of been the first half of the year, like we've gone, it definitely plays in your mind and on your confidence in the power play. And, having a couple bounces can allow you to start building that back slowly, but also, again, it's the same thing. We're not having success because, we don't always outwork the penalty kill, and that's where it needs to start. If you work harder than the penalty kill, then, you're going to find opportunities to make plays and capitalize on it, but we need to be a little bit better there in that area. But it was great to see a couple go in. Those definitely can build your confidence and kind of turn the tides for you a little bit.
And we'll see how the Bruins can match up against some good special teams for the Lightning tonight. Coming up here on the Bruins pregame show, we go around the NHL, including Todd McClellan's Red Wings looking for their 8th straight win.
You win 7 games in a row, you're feeling pretty good, and the spirit's really good right now. It's high. So we're in a good spot, but all we did was crawl back into it. Now we got a lot of work in front of us.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco about tonight's matchup.
You want to try to take away, obviously, their best options, and 86 and 21 are their 2 best options in the power play. So our game plan going is to try not to let one of those 2 guys beat us.
And up next, we'll take a closer look at the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hedman challenging Grzelcyk, and this puck is turned over. Here it comes, turns around, scores! What a goal!
That's all coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Etsy thinks this year is going to be your year. Refresh your home with original art under $75. And update your accessories with personalized jewelry under $50. For home and style finds to help you start fresh, Etsy has it.
The boats, the selection, the deals you've been waiting for are here. The Hartford Boat Show at Mohegan Sun.
Climb aboard for boat show discounts and family fun.
See what's new for 2025. Shop engines and accessories. Reduced sales tax on boats for every budget.
January 16th through 19th. Earth Expo Center, Mohegan Sun.
It's time to buy that boat.
HartfordBoatShow.com.
Boat Show.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
As the clock ticks down, a gutsy win for the Lightning and a tremendous performance from Jonas Johansson. The Lightning win it going away, but this is a 2-2 game with just over 3 minutes left. And the Lightning win it 5-2.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and the Lightning coming up. And the Lightning have leapfrogged the Bruins in the Atlantic Division standings. Now 2 points ahead of Boston, and they still have 4 games in hand. At the halfway point of their season, John Cooper's team has 4 players who have already topped 20 goals.
Every team's got a couple players that are outstanding, elite, and we happen to have a couple of them. It's just, it's hard to explain because as a team, you're grinding and grinding and grinding, and you're looking for for somebody to make a play, and we've just watched Cooch do it time and time again.
Yeah, he's a special player. The Bruins might dodge a little bit of a bullet here today. I don't know if Braden Point is going to play. It didn't look like, based on what you were telling me in the morning skate, and then here just in warm-ups, that he may not play here in this game. So that's a big advantage for the Bruins. You know, when you talk about how to game plan against the Tampa Bay Lightning, especially when you're killing penalties, you try to take away Point, but it's easier said than done. The Bruins did a really good job, for the most part, of taking him away last game. Kucherov still got him the puck.
Right.
I mean, he sauced it through about 3, sticks to get him the puck, and Point hit the post on the power play in the first period. But the Bruins killed off three power plays that Tampa had. Lightning scored late on the power play, but, it was kind of garbage time at that point in time. And so, but when the game was still on the line, they killed off 3 power plays, kept the game scoreless. The issue came when the Bruins had the power play and they gave up a shorthanded goal, and all of a sudden it's a 1-0 game for Tampa. So you had a couple mistakes there in the second period that gave Tampa the lead. But it's they're special players, and they read off of one another so well. A lot of people thought that their power play would tail off, and maybe it has a little bit, just in the sense that their options are trimmed down because you don't have Stamkos in the left wing circle, but they're still making it work, and a lot of that credits to Kucherov over in that right wing circle.
Yeah, they come in tonight ranked 4th in the league on the man advantage. Meanwhile, they've been busy since Thursday's 4-1 win over the Bruins. Tonight's game, the end of a 3-game road trip that saw them lose to the Devils in overtime on Saturday, then win in Pittsburgh 5-2 on Sunday.
We're 3 and 4. We get to the hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you got to be in here at 3 for a 5 o'clock game, and it's tough. And we had to weather it. And JJ had a tough job back there. He had to face a lot of pucks, and it was huge that he kept it, just as one. And then we got our legs. Obviously, had our chances in the second and third. We buried a couple, but we give up a power play goal in the third, and then we take another penalty. And so to me, that was the big turning point for us as we got out of that penalty.
Yeah, they had lost 4 in a row. Then they won the game before they played the Bruins. They beat the Bruins. They pick up 3 out of a possible 4 points over the weekend in back-to-back games. Now they come here. So a slight advantage, Bruins, I would say, just in that sense, in the scheduling sense, but not maybe, and we already documented who's out for the Bruins, and if Braden Point's out for Tampa, that's a big loss for them. So, you're in that part of the season right now where you're trying to get through some of the schedule. Tampa's that far behind, 4 games behind. They made one of them up this weekend on the Bruins because they played twice. They'll probably make another one up on Thursday because the Bruins don't play again until Saturday. It's a light week, I should say, for the Bruins, and an opportunity for them to take advantage of some rest and couple that with, the right practice time. We talked to Joe Sacco about that. I'll talk about it at the end of the pregame show about how you balance that rest versus, working smart this week to make sure you're ready for the weekend, and then this push ahead right up until you get the couple weeks off in February for the Four Nations Cup.
Counting down to the Bruins and the Lightning coming up just after the top of the hour. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines next with Joe Murray here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The boats, the selection, the deals you've been waiting for are here. The Hartford Boat Show at Mohegan Sun.
Climb aboard for boat show discounts and family fun.
See what's new for 2025. Shop engines and accessories. Reduced sales tax on boats for every budget.
January 16th through 19th. Earth Expo Center, Mohegan Sun.
It's time to buy that boat.
HartfordBoatShow.com.
The boat show.
New year, new ride. Visit McGovern Ford in Lowell, Saugus, and Framingham. Explore our amazing offers and find incredible deals on our wide selection of Ford trucks and SUVs. Get a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend for only $329 a month. 36 monthly, 7,500 miles per year, $3,129 due at signing. Save now on your perfect New Year ride at McGovern Ford in Lowell, Saugus, and Framingham. Shop now at McGovernFord.com. That's McGovernFord.com. Take delivery by 1/31/25. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Hey, football fans, BetMGM is giving you the chance to win up to $250,000 in bonus bets. It's all part of BetMGM's longest touchdown jackpot, where you'll be able to split the grand prize with anyone else who bet on the longest touchdown of the week. It's easy to get started. Log into your BetMGM account today and opt into the promo. Then place an anytime touchdown wager of $10 or more on the player of your choice, up to 1 player per game. If your player scores the longest touchdown of the week, you'll win a share of the $250K $100K. BetMGM lets you go all the way with the longest touchdown jackpot. Make your bets and join the fun with the sportsbook born in Vegas. BetMGM and GameSense remind you play responsibly.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are unrestricted bonus dollars that expire in 7 days. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Don't miss an action-packed weekend at the Mullins Center. This Saturday, the Minutewomen tip off against St. Joseph's at noon, and UMass men's hockey plays Merrimack at 7. On Sunday, UMass men's basketball hosts LaSalle at 2, followed by a free kids clinic with players and coaches. Get your tickets today at umassathletics.com/tickets.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel said he'd begin his search for a coaching staff today, and one potential name off the board. It's Tommy Rees, who was hired as the offensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns today. And the Celtics, they play in Toronto on Wednesday night. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. Save 15% off your next drive to oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Weymouth, Kenton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray. Ryan and Bob will take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device sequences, shortened and simulated activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google, LLC. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 60 months on new 2024 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Hey, DQ fans, get 2 of your favorite single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal. Go quick, this won't last long. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
The wait is almost over.
This crowd is ready for hockey.
The world's best players take the ice to compete for their country. International Best on Best Hockey comes to Boston as Bruins stars Brad Marchand of Team Canada and Charlie McAvoy of Team USA compete to see which hockey nation will reign. Canada, Finland, Sweden, USA. The 4 nations face-off. Get your tickets today.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
As we get ready to go around the NHL, one quick note about tonight's game. Braden Point of the Tampa Bay Lightning will be out. Lightning say he missed a team meeting, and that is why he will not dress tonight. Meanwhile, around the NHL, up in Toronto, the Leafs will host the Stars, and after they got shut out by Vancouver, Craig Berube shuffling the line. Steven Lorentz gets the task of playing with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner.
You know, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous at first, and anytime you're playing with guys of that caliber, it's, you know, I'm fortunate, but, you know, you got a little bit bigger expectations. At the same time, I realize that I'm not up there to play that skilled game that those guys are so good at. I'm there to, you know, do what I've been doing all year.
Yeah, Toronto still, they built up a nice cushion. Even though they've lost 2 in a row here, they're still a few points up on the Florida Panthers. Tampa Bay pushing a little bit because they got the games in hand, but Toronto's still in first place in the Atlantic. Dallas comes in 8-1-1 in their last 10.
Sharks will visit the Red Wings tonight. Detroit on a 7-game winning streak, haven't lost since Todd McClellan's first game as head coach.
They've lifted their own spirit, really, with the way they played and the way they bought in. We're just trying to guide them through it all, but you win 7 games in a row, you're feeling pretty good, and the spirit's really good right now. It's high. So we're in a good spot, but all we did was crawl back into it. Now we got a lot of work in front of us.
He's absolutely right. I mean, they got themselves back in the hunt, but they're still on the outside looking in, and can they keep it up? That's the question. Their power play's been really strong here for Detroit recently. Patrick Kane's picked it up for them as well offensively. Sharks come in and loses 3 in a row.
Kraken will visit the Penguins tonight at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, Pittsburgh 3 wins in their last 10, but they've got points in 6 of their last 10, 3-4-3 in that time.
Capitals are hosting the Ducks tonight.
Yeah, Washington tied with Vegas, #1 overall in the NHL.
Columbus has won 4 in a row, 8 of their last 11. They're hosting Philadelphia.
Yeah, one of the hotter teams in the league if it weren't for the Detroit Red Wings, and Philadelphia's come in with winners of 2 in a row.
And the Panthers visit the Devils tonight as well. That's our look around the NHL. We'll hear from Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The boats, the selection, the deals you've been waiting for are here. The Hartford Boat Show at Mohegan Sun.
Climb aboard for boat show discounts and family fun.
See what's new for 2025. Shop engines and accessories. Reduced sales tax on boats for every budget.
January 16th through 19th, Earth Expo Center, Mohegan Sun.
It's time to buy that boat.
HartfordBoatShow.com.
Boat show.
T-Mobile 5G home internet keeps getting better. Get our fastest connection loaded with benefits. Get T-Mobile's best home internet starting at $55 a month with auto pay and any voice line. Plus, price lock. We won't raise your rate on internet. Check availability at T-Mobile.com/home internet.
Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Guarantees regular monthly rate plan price of fixed wireless 5G internet data with qualifying service. After $15 bill credit with postpaid voice line plus $5 a month without auto pay with debit or bank account. Regulatory fees included for qualifying accounts. $35 connection charge applies. Speeds vary due to factors affecting cellular networks.
John Sewer Drain Cleaning is happy to announce their newest location in Norwood. Now even faster service for your clogged drain emergency. John Sewer, the name to know when the drains don't flow. Visit johnsewer.com.
Welcome back, folks. Now for our final answer. What are the top 3 reasons to shop at Bernardi Honda?
That's easy. They have the largest selection in the area. They have an amazing staff. And Bernardi Honda always has great prices.
Correct! You're our big winner.
For a great selection and our lowest prices on all Honda models, go to BernardiHonda.com.
You too can be a winner at Bernardi Honda.
This season, beat the holiday rush and shop Astound.com for bigger deals, bigger savings, and bigger internet. For a limited time, get Astound Internet for only $20 a month for 2 years. Plus, add 5G unlimited Astound Mobile free for 12 months. Our award-winning fiber-powered internet can handle it all. Faster streaming, better gaming, and secure online shopping. Lock in bigger savings than ever before at Astound.com. Restrictions apply. See Astound.com for details.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, as you get set to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning here today, obviously a lot of changes. Before we get into those, just kind of the mindset, right? I know that you said just find a way to get 2 points, and it might not have been the way that you drew it up, but you got the 2 points in Florida, and how does that help your team kind of mindset-wise moving into this week?
Well, I think just getting into the win column was the most important thing. And we did that. We found a way to win a hockey game. And I've said this before, sometimes you win games where maybe you shouldn't pull out the 2 points. And on the flip side, you lose games maybe where you shouldn't have and you should have grabbed a couple points. That's the way this league works. But consistently, obviously, the team that is, sticks to the process and plays better than the other team usually wins. So we want to improve on that game. There's lots of areas to improve on in that game, so we can build our game again here tonight against Tampa. I thought the last time we played them, we had a really good third period against them, and I'd like to see us carry that momentum over from the third period into tonight's game against these guys.
It's a light week for you. When you look at the schedule and how it's a grind, and you guys have played a lot of games, more than most of the teams, especially here at Tampa. What's your focus kind of this week? How can you, between practice and rest, how can you kind of maximize this week?
Well, it's a good opportunity for us. Obviously, we only have the one game here tonight, and then we don't play again until Saturday. So We have 3 days in between games, and for us as a staff, we figured out a way, hopefully, to set up the schedule where it works in our favor, that we get a couple of really solid practices and sprinkle a day off in between there, too, to get a good day's rest. Like you said, we've had a heavy workload, but we need the practice time. We just haven't had the luxury of having any. So for us to get 2 practices in 1 week, it's a bonus. So we'll work on some things that we need to during the course of those practices. And then again, like we said, focus on the day off. The guys can get their rest. Playing tonight and not playing until Saturday should afford us the luxury of feeling recharged and fresh again on Saturday.
How much do you watch what's going on around you? I'm sure you do, but in terms of the teams, there's some teams that are kind of breathing down your neck right now in terms of points and are playing some good hockey. Like, how much do you concentrate on that, realizing that they have games in hand on you, and at some point they're going to catch up, this week being one of them?
Well, I think you're always looking at the schedule and seeing what other teams are doing. It's just human nature. Yeah. For me, anyway, I'm always looking to see where the teams are standing, where they're stacked up. You look in the Eastern Conference right now, and there's a log jam after the first few teams in that wild card position right now. So, and we're one of them. Like you said, we have teams have games in hand on us. So, again, but you really, if you look too far ahead, you lose your focus and you work away from your process. And for us, the most important thing is, our process during the course of a game, how we feel we have to play, how we have to execute, and hopefully the end result or the score will take care of itself from there without looking too far ahead. I mean, you just can't in this league. If you start worrying about what other teams are doing, you lose focus of what you should be doing. And you can't rely on anybody for any help. You have to help yourself. Right?
As I know, Coyle's a game time decision, so just watching this morning's skate, Letary taking a spot on the wing, up in the lineup, and also in the bumper area. What's his game like? I know he's leading the team in scoring down in Providence.
Well, he can inject some speed into our lineup. We've talked about bringing in some guys maybe, or calling up some guys that can help us there. So he has some speed. He has the ability he's got a great shot. He can really shoot the puck, and he's in, we're going to maybe slot him in the bumper here tonight on the second unit. But I think just bringing some more pace to our lineup, increasing our speed, giving teams a bit of a different look, I think that's the one thing that hopefully he can add to our game. Unnerving the opposition a little bit, right? When you have speed in your lineup, you can unnerve the other team's defense a little bit more by the forecheck or by placing pucks in certain areas and getting to it quicker. So I guess that's some of the things we'll be looking for from Vinny.
And from Matty Poitras, said he's going to be in the lineup here today. For him, how do you guys try to convey, to play his game, but not put himself in a position to take, that hit? Because he's not a huge guy, and he's obviously taken a few big ones.
I think with that, too, you learn through your experiences. You go through some time in the National Hockey League and even in the American Hockey League. That's not an easy league. It's a very difficult league to play in as well. And I think you just learn from your experiences where to put yourself, where not to put yourself. And a lot of that's based on the puck decision, too, right? The player with the puck, making sure that, I'm going to move it maybe in a certain area a little bit quicker than I would in another area of the ice. And again, like I said, I just think it comes through, you learn from your experiences in the past, and you should anyway. Yeah. But with Matty, he's a guy that, again, we're looking for to add, again, some speed and inject some of that speed and energy into our lineup. He can really move the puck through the neutral zone. We all know that. He has the ability to create some chances off the rush and even the offensive zone. He hangs on to pucks, which is a good quality to have. And, like I said, defensively, we'll continue to work with him. We're not trying to turn him into this player that we all know that he can't be. We want to see his offense. We want to see the offensive game take over, too.
And finally, on Tampa Bay, they have a lethal power play. You guys went shorthanded a couple times. You did a great job killing the first 3. There was one in garbage time that they scored, but the main ones, the first 3, what did you guys do so well defensively? I
think number one, you want to try to take away, obviously, their best options, and 86 and 21 are their 2 best options in the power play. So our game plan going is to try not to let one of those 2 guys beat us. Easier said than done. One guy's got 12 goals in the power play, the other guy's got 25 points in the power play. So every team, I would imagine, is designing a pre-scout to try to avoid those guys beating you. But we're just going to try to make sure that we do a good job of taking their options away as best we can and force somebody else to beat us on the ice.
Appreciate it, Joe. Good luck here tonight.
Okay, thanks.
That's Coach Joe Sacco. Bruins Lightning are next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub.
On Saturday afternoon, the Bruins let a lead slip away in the final seconds of regulation. But in the final seconds of overtime, they got some puck luck of their own. 4 to go. Pastrnak tried to get it across. Score! It redirects past Bobrovsky. And the Bruins, with 1.2 to go in overtime, win it 4-3. Now they're back at TD Garden, hoping some of the luck will carry over as they face Tampa Bay for the second time in less than a week. It's the Bruins and the Lightning, and it's coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot.
Cam Neely.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pastrnak wins the series for the Bruins.
The rebound to Trent Frederick. And the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand into St. Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pastrnak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning getting ready here at TD Garden. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. A 4-1 win for Tampa in a game that wasn't that far apart. The Bruins actually played pretty well there on Thursday night. How do they get over the hump against the Lightning tonight?
Well, Joe Sacco alluded to it this morning, when asked about it. Look, it's not a back-to-back game, and Tampa's had 2 in between. The Bruins have had 1, and sandwiched in between. But remember the Columbus back-to-back series, not series, but home and home that they just had. There was some bad blood that second game. Yep. I expect that to be a little bit of a thing here today. I hope it is. I think the Bruins are better when they're more engaged in that department. But like Joe Sacco also talked about, and we've also we mentioned several times, you want to play on the line, on the edge. You want to play with that emotion. But you also can't cross the line, especially against a team that's as dynamic as they are, as Tampa is on the power play, even if they are missing Braden Point. So some bad blood towards the end of that game. A few things happened towards the end of that game that the Bruins didn't like, and we'll see if it gets addressed here today in the right way.
The keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Mom, can you tell me a story? Once upon a time, there was born a real estate brokerage that was also a magical app. They called it Redfin, and they're on a mission to get people the fairest deal of them all. With listing fees as low as 1%, Redfin agents charge half of what others often charge, so you have more money to put toward your dream home. Could it be a gingerbread house? If the witch wants to sell.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Fees subject to terms and minimums. Equal housing opportunity. CADRE number 01521930.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time. Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future-ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future-ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Getting ready for the opening puck drop between the Bruins and the Lightning. Let's get our national anthem from Todd Angeli.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Todd Angeli with the national anthem, getting set for the Bruins and the Lightning in the opening face-off. We'll take a look at our starting lineups. In goal for Tampa Bay is Andrei Vasilevsky. On defense, the pairing of Ryan McDonough and Eric Chernak. Up front, Brandon Hagel, Anthony Cirelli, and Cam Atkinson. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman starting in goal, Mason Lohrei and Parker Wotherspoon, your defensemen. Up front, Brad Marchand, Elias Lindholm, and on the right wing will be Vinny Lettieri. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Sean Stewart of Somerville, Mass. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Sean will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins will go from left to right here in the first period as the puck controlled first by the Lightning. They'll get into the Bruins zone, but Atkinson gets spun off it by Wotherspoon. Atkinson able to win it back behind the net, but lost it over to Marchand. And out through neutral ice comes Elias Lindholm. He'll play it deep. A bouncer goes in on goal. Vasilevsky will cover it up as Vinny Lettieri, just called up from Providence yesterday, was headed toward the crease.
Yeah, their leading scorer right down in Providence. He's a veteran guy. He can play. He's a smaller guy. He's a right-hand shot. He can shoot the puck. He can skate. Probably see him maybe on the bumper here on one of the power play units today. He's got a good head for the game as well. The Bruins will make a quick line change here early on. I was wondering where Coyle might play, so he hasn't seen the ice yet, and that was Coyle's spot there alongside Lindholm and Marchand, but Coyle was questionable for today's game with an illness.
It looks like he's going to spot in on the third line with Frederick and Poitras in the middle as the Lightning ice the puck here.
Wotherspoon playing the right side along with Lohrei, so he's a left shot defenseman. Had primarily been playing the left, but see him on the right side here today.
Off the face-off in the Tampa Bay zone. Puck is pulled back around behind the net. It'll come to the near side, and Hagel flips it out into neutral ice. Settled by Lohrei over to Wotherspoon. He skates it up toward the red line. Hedman's it along for Zakas, getting into the Tampa Bay end. Turns with it, goes across ice. Pastrnak has it, brings it out toward the blue line. Walks it along the blue line. Crowd wanted him to shoot. Instead goes to Carlo with the right circle, and that shot goes up off the glass in the far corner and out of play.
Yeah, that puck was up on edge on Carlo. He missed the net by about 7 or 8 feet to that far side. Playing in game number 600 for Brandon Carlo here today.
He's going to be paired up with Zadorov tonight. And Charlie McAvoy placed on IR this morning. Nagging injury. That's what Joe Sacco told us at morning skate. Hoping to use the rather light schedule this week. Give him a couple of games off and see where he's at. Face-off win here by Coyle. Carlo will play it around behind the net.
Coyle took the draw there with Poitras and Frederick as the wingers.
On the far side boards, Nick Paul. They help it out toward the blue line. Lost it in the neutral ice. Here's Poitras skating to it on the right wing side. Gets it across the line and plays into the corner. He's bouncing out of the corner, and Hedman takes it behind the net for the Lightning. Into the middle of their defensive zone. Radish played it along toward the near side and lifted in by Gensel. Zadorov goes behind the net, just ahead of Paul. The far corner, Kucherov reversed it back around behind, and it'll come toward the near side. Carlo will play it up ice for Frederick, trying to hit Coyle coming to the attacking blue line. Instead, it ricochets back toward Poitras. He tried to get it deep, and it hit Frederick and kicked back out. It'll be Pete to wind it in deep. Radish goes to play the puck into the far corner. Connor Geekie lost it, couldn't get it out of the zone. Lindholm with a shot, a turnaround chance that ended up wide of the net.
Nice little pass there from Marchand off the wall.
And Denning gets the clear for the Lightning. 2 minutes into this first period. Marchand in front of the Bruins bench. Knocked away from him by Asimont. Here is Connor Geekie. Again, he is the younger brother of the Bruins, Morgan Geekie. Playing against each other for the second time in their lives.
You mentioned Michael Callahan out there as well for his first shift in the NHL.
Dumped in by Lindholm, and they'll chase it into the near corner. Lindholm would have bat that free, but it came back to Asimont. Callahan called up by the Bruins today, along with Poitras. Wasn't even here for morning skate, was Callahan. On the near side corner, battle for it in the Lightning zone. Went back out into the neutral ice, settled again by Lorot off the far boards. Kepke trying to get it deep into the attacking zone. Instead, it'll come back to Lorot. Beecher has to wait to get everyone on side. Steps across the line. Brazo got cooked with a high stick up front. Along the near side boards, but no call, and back they come. Lightning get it to the blue line. Jurgensen's lost it there. Lorot will bring back toward the red line in front of the Tampa Bay bench. He wheels it deep and heads off as part of a change. And McDonough settling behind the net here for Tampa Bay. 16:40 left in a scoreless first. Long play through neutral ice. Atkinson directs that one into the air. Comes bouncing down into the near corner. Carlo gets ridden to the wall by Hagel. Puck comes back toward McDonough at the left point. Faked a shot. Now steps away from Geekie. Down the left wing circle. Throws a shot on goal. Save made by Swayman. Rebound taken by Carlo. He'll lift it off the boards and out. Comes rolling back into Tampa Bay territory, but not far enough for icing. Chernak forced to play it. So out of the zone by Cirelli. Callahan back for the Bruins. Paired up with Andrew Peak here. Sacco. Now Pastrnak settling a bouncing puck just inside the red line. He dumps it cross ice into the far corner. He heads off on a change. Hedman will start Tampa Bay out of their own zone. All on the near side. Works his way into the Boston zone. Down to the hash marks. Angles it off the boards back to Hedman, who fanned on it. Turned it over, and now Poitras on a 2-on-1 with Frederick. Poitras down the right wing side. Goes to the net in front. Frederick scores! Trent Frederick finishes off the 2-on-1 from Poitras. It's 1-0 Bruins.
Yeah, good play all around here by the Bruins, but they're aided by a couple mistakes made by the Tampa Bay Lightning. First of all, Hedman giving it up at the offensive blue line, mishandling it there. He's got plenty of time and space, and fans on his shot. The Bruins get going back the other way. And Poitras with good speed through the neutral zone. Paul's trying to get back on the back check, and a really poorly timed slide by Perbix, to be honest with you. Poitras coming down the right side. Perbix sliding way too early. He's got Paul on the back check, and it allows Poitras to have the patience to go around him on that right side and then feed that puck right atop of the crease to Frederick.
Swayman has to kick away a quick shot here at the other end as Glendening threw one on goal.
Perbix's a good defenseman, and he opened up a lot of eyes there last year, but that was not played well. That's not one that you would You're going to document on how-to on a 2-on-1.
Old Koepke will get the Bruins deep into the attack zone here and attack that puck along with Radish for the Lightning. They get tangled along the end wall. Brazo there as well.
Is that Radish or was it? It might have been Radish. Couldn't tell it was Radish or Perbix.
It was Perbix who
okay.
slid on that. Yeah, that was Perbix. Top of the circle. Here is Koepke with a shot. That got blocked. And it is tipped up and out of the zone by Glendening. Wotherspoon back ahead of Asamont. They'll bring the puck behind the Bruins net. Now gives it to Lohrei. Onto the right side it comes to Geekie. Trying to chip it around Hedman in the neutral ice. Second effort gets it deep. Past Vasilevsky behind the net.
If you're Poitras there, though, you see the guy sliding at you. You still have to have the patience and, to hold on to that puck and make the pass at the right time. And he did just that.
The whistle here, and the Lightning were offside at the.
Yeah, Coyle should get an assist on this as well. It was fanned on by Hedman, but Coyle, I think it hit Coyle's skate, and he might even push it up there a little bit for Poitras. But they've only given one assist so far.
For Frederick, his 7th goal of the season. For Poitras, he had 4 points in 14 games prior to getting sent to Providence earlier this year. Had a good run down there, 20 points in 23 games with the P Bruins.
I don't want to pile on, but so there's some defensemen some coaches that don't want your defenseman to slide at all, and then others they encourage it, but it has to be, the timing has to be right. You slide, and then you almost slide at the puck carrier at an angle where you take him away completely. But Paul was coming back on that backtrack. I don't think he had to slide at all.
So as Carlo gets it deep here with Terry, we'll spin it back behind the net. Puck lifted up off the. Did it go off the glass and out? Looks like it did. So
yeah, I don't
went
think
out
so.
of play. No. McDonough's making his way to the penalty box.
Yeah.
Bruins will get a power play out of this. So a delay of game call against Ryan McDonough. And the Bruins up 1. Go to the man advantage here early on. They went 0 for 2 against the Lightning on the power play and gave up a shorthanded goal on Thursday.
Well, the biggest difference on this power play unit right now is without Charlie McAvoy in your lineup, you're going to have Mason Lohrei quarterbacking it. And they had Marchand out a little higher today. You had Sacco playing primarily the bumper. And since he's a left shot, you're looking for that pass from Pastrnak over in the left wing side.
Face off in the offensive zone. Pulled to the boards by Lindholm. Marchand gives it over to Lohrei. Down low to Pastrnak. One touch in front for Sacco. Got the shot off, and Vasilevsky makes the save and covers up.
That's the one, right? It's a set play. Marchand's back at the right point. D to Lohrei. All the way down into the left wing circle. Deep in the left wing circle. They're almost by the goal line for Pastrnak. And after Sacco helps win the draw from the boards, he just rotates right to the front of the net. Had to corral that pass with his right skate. It's a rolling puck and get it up to his stick, and does a nice job with that. But Vasilevsky right there with the save.
Sacco will take the face-off in the left circle this time. Far side for us. Off of the face-off. Puck is shot the length of the ice here by Cernak. And at 45 to go in the man advantage as Mason Lohrei circles back behind the net to get it. Brings it out to the blue line, drops it there. Sacco skates it hard through neutral ice, hands off to Lindholm, off to the left side for Marchand. Got a Lightning player without a stick.
Try to
hits
pass.
a skate and goes out of the zone.
Yeah, he had a big disadvantage there. So interesting, we talked about this last game. Pastrnak, instead of him coming up the ice, carrying it up the ice, they're going to save him and just kind of keep him at the far blue line.
And a turnover at the blue line here. Comes Hagel the other way. Hagel to the top of the right circle through the slot. Took the shot, blocked by Lohrei.
That's a better job there by Lohrei, right? He was on the ice for that shorthanded goal last game against Tampa. That's a nice job there, playing that one and getting in front on the shot.
Brings out to neutral ice, drops it off. This time it will be Pastrnak slowly to the attacking blue line and plays it off the end wall and then goes to get it himself. Got wrestled off the puck. Brazo drove to the front of the net, but knocked away from him, and the Lightning get a clear.
I never did quite get that shot away. I like Brazo taking it to the net, though. And that was Pastrnak dumping the puck in and trying to get in there first on the forecheck.
40 seconds to go in the man advantage. Bruins have changed up the unit here. Zadorov will be the lone D-man out there.
Yeah, Poitras going to be out there as well.
Here's Geekie coming to the left wing corner. Deals it back to Zadorov, center of the blue line. Right side, Coyle. Gets set up, trying to get it in front. Blocks. Off in the near corner. Battle for possession. Perbix in there. With Terry in there for the Bruins as well. Pulled in behind the net, and it's Lilleberg.
My bad. I thought Poitras was out there. That is Lettieri. Yep.
Shot down ice again. Swayman plays it aside here, and Zadorov will bring back into the neutral ice. Final 6 seconds of the power play as Geekie gains the attacking blue line. Took the shot. Vasilevsky thought he had it. The rebound came out in front, and the Lightning able to survive that one. They kill off the penalty.
Geekie's shot surprises goaltenders. It gets there in a hurry.
Here's Hedman from the left wing circle with a shot. Blocker saved by Swayman. Puck comes around behind the net. Paul into the far corner. Worked it back to Kucherov along the blue line. He throws one to the front of the net, knocked down there, and Lettieri able to stick it back to Carlo, who wraps it up the far boards and out. Frederick bumped off the play by Radek. Carlo stepping up at the blue line, sent Kucherov flipping head over heels. Here's Hedman with a drive. That went wide to the left, and Koepke will take it up ice here for the Bruins. Koepke trying to get it to the left side for Frederick. That was knocked away. Peak lobs one back into the Tampa Bay zone, and Poitras will go in on the forecheck. Pass coming out of the zone, disrupted, comes all the way down towards Swayman, and he'll set it up for Callahan. Callahan wrapped it up the near boards. Koepke tapped it forward. Lilleberg goes back to play it, takes a heavy hit from Beecher.
Yep, take a number.
Lilleberg was the guy who cross-checked Mark Kastelik and got into that fight at the end of that game on Thursday. And you expected some of that to carry over.
Wow, good hit right there as well on the forecheck. That was that Gergenson's on Peak.
Here comes Poitras into the Tampa Bay zone. Lost his edge as he tried to cut toward the near wall. It'll be played out to neutral ice. Knocked down there by Peak. Peak at the blue line. Will play it for Sacco. Steps across the line. Hands off to Pastrnak on that right side. Send it back across. Wotherspoon scored! Parker Wotherspoon rips it just under the crossbar. It's 2-0 Bruins. And that is the first of his career.
First NHL goal for Wotherspoon. It's a good shot. It's a well set up play here. Well executed play as they enter the offensive zone. Sacco off the nice pass from Peak. He's going to drop this puck off for Pastrnak, and then Pasternak's going to sell shot. He's looking shot all the way from the right wing circle. And at the last second, he's going to zip this puck across for Wotherspoon right in front of two Tampa Bay Lightning sticks in the left wing circle. And Wotherspoon goes short side high on Vasilevsky.
Bruins lead at 2-0 as we approach the midway point of this first period. As the puck gets dumped deep into Bruins territory, Wotherspoon went back to get it, stumbled against Connor Geekie. Lori will play it around the near boards, and Wotherspoon will skate it ahead. Flips to Morgan Geekie coming through neutral ice. Off to the left side. Pastrnak a shot. Stick save Vasilevsky. Puck goes up and out of play. Will step aside. 9:59 to go here in the first period. And the Bruins have jumped out to a 2-0 lead on home ice on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Enzo here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Connect with Boston's Home for Sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
We've got another winner in our New England Ford First Five contest. Sean Stewart of Somerville has won a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers, thanks to Trent Frederick's goal at 4:24 the first. Parker Wotherspoon adding another one at 9:31. And the Bruins have a 2-0 lead midway through this first period.
Yeah, I love seeing Wotherspoon get on the board. He does a lot of good things for this team. He's accepted his role, 6th, 7th defenseman, gets in there, playing the offside here today, although he's on the left side when he scored that goal. But, not a guy that you expect to get any goal scoring or real offensive production from. Just play good, sound defense, do what you need to do when you're in the game. Give him some good, valuable minutes. Move the puck up to the forwards. It's a nice pass from Pastrnak there. And, hey, you score your first NHL goal against a future Hall of Famer in Vasilevsky. Not bad.
Not bad at all. 76th game of the career of Parker Wotherspoon in the NHL. Came in with 10 assists. As Poitras on the near side boards trying to regain that puck inside the Boston zone. Digging it free. Coyle sent it toward the far side. Lohrei hustling over. Chops it ahead. And here's Frederick up the left wing side. Knocked away from him by Lilleberg. Comes deep into the Tampa zone. Coyle right around behind the net. Check along the near boards by Frederick as he put Hagel to the wall.
Pretty good run at Hagel. Hagel saw him coming.
Lohrei angles it behind the Bruins net for Wotherspoon. Here's Frederick. Neutral ice finds Coyle. Coyle cutting ahead. Gives to Elias Lindholm. Who plays it down the right wing boards. Radish will get to it first, but then the puck slipped away from him going toward the far side. He's still able to catch up to it and help get it out. From just inside the red line, Elias Lindholm swung it toward the far side. Picked off, but Hagel gives it right back. Off the near boards. And Lettieri giving chase. Spun away from him by Radish. Kucherov will bring the Lightning up onto the attack. He sends it in the middle for Hedman. Shot blocked aside by Swayman. Swayman had 40 saves on 43 shots against Florida the other day. Most of the season. Hedman played it into the far corner and then went down the slot. Return pass got tipped up into the air. Zadorov along the end wall. Got to Carlo. Lettieri trying to find it. A bump from Hedman. Gensel at the blue line. Shot it back down into the far corner. Kucherov pivots away from Zadorov. Tries to go back the other way. Zadorov got a piece of the puck. And Lindholm will bring the Bruins out. And the red line dumps in. Goes off in a full change. 8:08 left here in the first. 2-0 Bruins have the lead. Lightning to start out of their zone. Comes Jack Finley, rookie playing in his first NHL game. Lost it coming through neutral ice. Brazo coming the other way. His shot will tip up and out of play.
That'll put John Cooper on alert, saying not be turning the puck over in your first game in the neutral zone.
7:53 to go here in the first. Bruins 2 and the Lightning 0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good. All 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live. Must start and file in app by 2/18.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Fans, grab your family and make your way down here to TD Garden on Monday afternoon. The Bruins will take on the Sharks in a matinee matchup starting at 1 p.m. Select tickets still available to purchase. Head to bostonbruins.com/tickets and secure your seat to all the action. 2-0 Bruins lead, 7:53 left here in the first period.
Yeah, really light week for the Bruins, and at some point these other teams that are behind them in games have to start catching up. Tampa Bay being one of them. Tampa had 2 games over the weekend. Of course, the Bruins only had the one, and that was against Florida. So teams will make up another one on probably Thursday. But it's an opportunity. You're seeing teams close on you in terms of the standings because Detroit's playing really well, and Ottawa's won a couple games now. You got some of these other teams. Columbus playing some good hockey, but you take advantage in the right way.
Here's Hagel trying to slip around Wotherspoon in the Bruins zone. Wotherspoon able to win that puck back. Off the far boards finds Zaka. Cirelli at the blue line took away. Threw one in front. Wotherspoon tipped that with his stick. Went up and over the net. Lorai sent it back toward the near corner. Pastrnak played it out to the blue line, but not out. McDonough swings it over to the far side. And driven to the net by Chernak. Scramble for possession, and Swayman able to find it.
May have changed direction. Hagel was in front. It looked like it changed direction because it just kind of hit Swayman. It looked like he had his glove up, but it hit him down low. Yeah, it banked off of Wotherspoon. Exactly. He was trying to block that shot and it went right off of his hip in on Swayman. Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Lightning is Andre Vasilevsky, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman stopped 27 out of 30 against Tampa Bay on Thursday.
He was good in that game.
He was. This is his 8th start in the last 9 for the Bruins. As the puck is volleyed down into the Tampa Bay zone, it's going to go too far and it'll be an icing. Vasilevsky was good in that game as well. Stopped 27 out of 28 Bruins shots to get the win. Comes in with a record of 18-12-2.
Yeah, some of that was in the third period. The Bruins, they had a pretty good third period, a pretty good push until the empty netter.
Yep.
Lorai had scored to make it 2-1.
Face off to the right of Swayman here. One back into the corner by Lindholm. Carlo throws it out through neutral ice. Gets through Hedman. Marchand will give chase. He whistled that an icing. Wow. Oof. Hedman had a clear opportunity to play that puck.
Well, no, it went over his head, but I thought that, yeah, maybe Radish could have gotten over there a little quicker. No complaint from Marchand, though. He was the guy in pursuit.
Another face-off here for Lindholm. Paul pulled it back toward Hedman at the point. He fires it across ice. Kucherov out of the corner. Sent one toward the front. Blocked by Zadorov, who outlets it up the far side to Beecher. He'll play it deep and head off on a change. Marchand will get in there after Radish. They hit the end wall hard. Your sideboards popped away from Gensel. A drive by Lettieri.
He can shoot it. He can bring it.
87.4 miles an hour according to the scoreboard clock. Here is Gensel along the near side board. Angled it off the wall. Hedman sent it over to the far side. They'll get it to Kucherov of that right wing circle. Back up top for Perbix. A deflected shot. Gensel in the slot, able to tip that on Swayman, who made the save. And we get a dust up in front with Brandon Carlo.
Yeah, that's a smart shot from Perbix, right? It's a one-timer, but he's shooting with an idea of who he's looking for down low. And that tip by Gensel right there, it's put in a perfect area for Gensel to tip that puck. He's out in front of Carlo. It's a good tip, and Swayman stays with it. He's had a couple now pucks that are redirected. One that went off of the body of Wotherspoon, and then that's a nice tip there from Gensel right in the left wing hash mark.
6:22 left here in the first. Face-off will be to his left.
And Frederick having a conversation with Lillibird before this puck is dropped. The whole last commercial timeout, he was chirping with the bench over there with Tampa. And Tends to do that a lot anyhow. But
off the face-off, Perbix shot it toward the far circle. It bounced off of Connor Geekie. Poitras will bring it up through neutral ice here for the Bruins. Frederick swings off right side for Coyle. Throws one in front with Frederick floating in front of Vasilevsky.
Yeah, that might have changed direction.
Coyle trying to get it into the corner. Taken away by Glendening. Out it comes. Peak will dump it right back in as he's hit by Geekie. Lilleberg hit hard by Frederick as he tried to play the puck behind the net.
Like I said, take a number. He's looking for him.
Work it down low. Lilleberg and Frederick battle for possession. Atkinson will drop it back. Lilleberg had it squirt through him, and Perbix gets to it in the near corner. Both teams getting some changes done up ice. 5:35 left in the period.
You know, Lilleberg, if he gets challenged, his comment back is, I already answered for it. I dropped the gloves as soon as it happened. You know, so I don't have to answer again for it.
Kastelik injured in that scrap at the end of the game on Thursday. Joe Sacco said he hit his head on the ice after they threw some punches. Hagel brings the Lightning ahead. Kucherov gives back to McDonough, the trailer, throws it back across through the slot. They work it quickly back up top, and Chernak's shot redirected up and over the glass.
Yeah, Jeremy Swayman complaining to the referee right now. Is that Hagel he thought was interfering with him right in front of the net in the blue paint.
As that conversation goes on, we step aside. 5:05 to go here in the first. Bruins 2 and the Lightning nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Trent Frederick's goal assisted by Matt Poitras. Our delivery of the game delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. Bruins up 2, 5:05 to go here in the first period. Face off to the left of Jeremy Swayman. He's faced 7 shots so far. One by Beecher. Callahan hands it to Peak behind the net. Callahan playing in his first NHL game, as we mentioned earlier. He's a Franklin, Massachusetts native. Played at Roxbury Latin, Providence College. Acquired from Arizona Coyotes a couple of years ago in a trade for a 7th-round pick. And gets to make his NHL debut for his hometown team here.
Yeah, Joe Sacco was asked about him this morning. It was just kind of much like Parker Wotherspoon, right? Just you don't expect a lot of offense from him. If you get it, that's great, but it's more the defensive side of things. Be a shutdown guy. Transport the puck into the forward's hands.
Here's Perbix with a one-time shot deflected a couple of times, then thrown back out in front by Lilleberg.
Yeah, that top guy right in the middle of the ice had 3 or 4 really good looks here over the last few minutes. Perbix has had a couple shots from that spot. Chernak just had a good opportunity before the commercial break.
Lilleberg in his own zone, gave to Perbix into the neutral ice. Kucherov knocked away from it by Lettieri, who gets tripped up by Lilleberg as they just looked like might have just clipped feet. Kucherov trying to fire one across the ice, and that bounced off the leg of Lettieri. Lightning with it in their own zone. Tick toward 4:10 to go here in the first period. Lilleberg just standing in the face-off circle, waiting for his line mates to change. Now plays it ahead. Chafee got it into the Bruins zone. Zadorov will push it right back out toward the blue line. Coyle sends it up ice. Poitras gets bumped coming across the blue line. Played out of the corner by Hedman, and the Lightning will move forward as they go from right to left. Eyssimont skates it through the red line now to the blue. Down the left wing circle against Coyle. Forced it wide of the net. Stuffed it around the far post, but Swayman able to get there in time.
Eyssimont with some good strength that time, right? He's got Coyle all over him, and he's able to get that puck on the forehand on the wraparound try.
Here's Hedman at the blue line. On to Chafee. Back up top for Hedman. A one-timer finds the back glass.
Want to stand in front of the net?
Lorai will get it out and into the neutral zone and dump it in.
Hedman ripping the puck head high off the glass.
Coming out of their own zone again. This is backhanded deep by Radish. Swayman will stop it at the back of the net. Reversed it to Peak. Out of the near corner. Sends it up the right side to Geekie. He deals it up into the middle here for Peak. And now Zacha tips his pass forward. McDonough has it back for Tampa. Gives it ahead to Gensel. Just inside the Boston line. Pass across the ice. Swayman had to make a quick stop. And the puck comes bouncing toward the near circle. Zacha will back it up for Peak and Callahan.
These plays off the rush for the Lightning. It's been the late guy getting the opportunities.
Again, Geekie just missed Zacha coming ahead to the blue line. Zacha's in there deep against Paul with 2:35 to play in the period. McDonough. Out to Paul here near the blue line. Gensel helped it forward. Swayman will stop it behind the Bruins net. Lorai goes from there. Wotherspoon steps out to the blue line. Now brings it to the red, and he dumps it down the far boards. All the way around to the near side it comes. Razzo played it down toward the end boards. Aimed back along the wall, and it's taken and brought out of the zone by Finley. He'll play it down the left wing boards. Glendening kept it moving around the far side. Razzo popped it free right to Lorai. Lorai skating it out of the zone. Handed off to Beecher, cutting up the left wing side. He'll send it deep. Bruins go for a change. 1:50 to go. Lightning taking their time as they make a change as well. Brought out from behind the net by Hagel. Hagel comes squirting out into the neutral zone. Gets to the attacking blue line. Dealt it over to the right side. Tried to go right back to him down the slot, but missed. Lettieri headed back the other way. Gets shouldered off the puck by Cirelli. Marchand had it hit him in the skate in the neutral ice. Kicked back into the Tampa zone. Hedman with a long pass ahead for Kucherov. Left side here for Hagel. Pivots along the near wall. Missed Hedman with a pass. And now Lettieri gets hooked by Hedman. They're going to let him get away with it. Lettieri took the shot. They're not going to let him get away with the second one.
Wow. Well, they missed the first one. That's why.
I mean,
Lettieri was just trying to push that puck up, actually. I think that was that Lindholm that was going up in front of him. And he kind of fanned on the first push, trying to move the puck up to him, because Lindholm had a step on Lettieri. But definitely,
they're going to get Hagel for the
they're not going to call Hedman. Hedman misses this puck at the offensive board and then hooks him right at the start. I mean, that's a penalty every night in the league, and they'll end up calling the second one on Hagel. So missed the first one, called the second one. Could have called two if you really wanted to be nitpicking about it.
I think the Hedman one was more egregious than the Hagel one.
Yeah,
So second power play chance of this first period for the Bruins with 63 seconds left in the period and a 2-0 lead. They'll have Coyle to take the draw. Razzo, Pastrnak, Geekie, and Lorai. The rest of this five-man unit. McDonough played it behind the Tampa net.
Well,
chance to clear for Cernak, and they do.
You've had the two call-ups so far for the Bruins make an impact, right? You've had Poitras with the pass to Frederick on the goal, and then Lettieri there with some good speed as he's trying to move up the ice, and he draws the penalty.
Bruins couldn't get it cleanly through the neutral zone.
Yeah,
Lorai will try it again.
Stepped up on Coyle.
Dump in from the red line. Comes angling behind the net. Vasilevsky played it around the near boards. Geekie and Coyle along the wall, along with Pastrnak, but now it's played out of the zone by Gensel, and Swayman will stick it back into the neutral ice here for Pastrnak with 23 seconds to go in the period. Pasta skates it up to the blue line, chips it around Hedman, goes to get it himself, tried to get it back to Coyle out near the point, and it got past him. Comes back down into Bruins territory, and Swayman plays it out off the near boards and out into the neutral zone, dumped right back in by Gergensons with 5 to go in the period. And Lori out of the far corner will just let the clock run out. So Boston will carry 57 seconds of the power play over to the start of the second period. The shorthanded Bruins team here at home has a 2-0 lead over Tampa Bay at the end of one period, thanks to goals by Trent Frederick and Parker Wotherspoon. We'll be back with our first intermission and tell you about the Bruins quarter-century team that was announced today. We'll get to that next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mazda?
Once you discover the Mazda CX-50,
Mazda.
It doesn't take long to get it. With an available turbo engine and off-road drive mode, it's a crossover SUV rugged enough to go well past your expectations. It will have you saying,
Mazda.
The Mazda CX-50. It's made to move you.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at Tasca Mazda Cranston.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
First intermission here at TD Garden. Bruins 2 and the Tampa Bay Lightning nothing. Throughout the month of January, as we kick off 2025, the NHL is announcing a quarter-century team for each of the franchises in the NHL. Today was the day that the Bruins quarter-century team was announced. Let's start with the first team.
There's Bergeron on one-timer. Save Reimer. Rebound loose at the top of the crease. Richard score! Bergeron! In Game 7, and the Bruins win the series! Here's Krejci up ice with Lucic. Krejci left side. Richard score! David Krejci for the hat trick. Wins the game, and the Bruins lead the series 3-1.
Matthews, bad play. Here's Pastrnak stepping onto a free puck. In front from Marchand. They score!
Chara tees it up. Holds, waits, fires, he scores! Chara from long range, bombs away, 5-2 Bruins.
And he's got a breakaway. McAvoy clear in from the red line, goes to the backhand and scores! Charlie McAvoy with his second of the game.
Purcell feeds it in front, and a great save by Thomas on Downey on a loose puck at the bottom of the left wing circle.
So the first team quarter-century team for the Bruins, Tim Thomas in goal, Zdeno Chara, Charlie McAvoy as the defensive pair, Patrice Bergeron, David Krejci, and Brad Marchand as the forwards.
Yeah, I like all these. I mean, you go back through the names and you try to figure out who might be ahead of them. You know, as you well might expect, Pasternak's going to be on the second team. Has he played long enough to be first team? I mean, the goal scoring speaks for itself. Does he supplant anybody on that first team, whether it's Marchand, Krejci, Bergeron? You've got Bergeron, Marchand, all three of those guys, and Marchand continues to do so, are one of the top scoring players in Bruins history. So hard to take that away from the three forwards that are there. Obviously, if Pastrnak keeps going at his pace, he's going to be one of those players as well. On defense, I think, Chara comes to this team, what was it, 2007, I believe it was, when he first came. And things they didn't change the first year. Remember, under Dave Lewis, they weren't very good the first year. But certainly, solidified his legacy here in Boston. Terrific captain, well-respected, and the blend of size, ability, and what he was able to bring to the table at both ends of the ice was huge for the Bruins, and a Stanley Cup ultimately. And Charlie McAvoy, here's another guy that's still kind of solidifying himself as well. He's around Pasternak's, the number of games that are played between the two guys, and so they give the nod to McAvoy against a couple of other guys on the second team. And then Tim Thomas. I mean, do they win the Stanley Cup without Tim Thomas in net? No. I mean, if you get a performance from Tuukka Rask or somebody else, maybe, but that was a pretty special performance that he put forth in 2011.
Well, you previewed a little bit of the second team. Let's hear who's on the second team.
Krejci to the right corner, trying to feed it in front. It got deflected to the high slot. Lucic scores! Milan Lucic with 2:57 left, and the Bruins have the lead.
Pastrnak leaves it off for Lohrei. Lohrei back to Pastrnak. Score! David Pastrnak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1.
Free puck shot, score! And it's a hat trick for Joe Thornton from the slot to make it a 4-2 lead. He'll wrap it to the near point. Krug tees it up, fires. He scores! Torrey Krug with a blast at the high slot. He whistles it by Chris Driedger. Now wrist shot from Seidenberg, and he scores. Dennis Seidenberg will get the overtime game winner. And the horn sounds. Tuukka Rask closes out the series with another shutout. The Boston Bruins are headed to the Stanley Cup final for the third time this decade.
Yeah, Lucic on there obviously didn't end the way that we all wanted it to, but for Milan Lucic, some huge moments in history here for the Bruins. Pastrnak, we already talked about him a little bit. Joe Thornton was a very small piece of this because he got traded so long ago. Right. He was only a small part of it. Joe Thornton, one of three players to lead the team, the Bruins team, in points and penalty minutes in a single season.
I had a difficult time voting. I had a vote on this. I had a difficult time voting for Joe Thornton because I consider him a Shark more than a Bruin.
Yeah, we'll get to that trivia question at some point. One of three Bruins in the history of the Bruins to lead the team in points and penalty minutes in the same season. Torrey Krug obviously had some big seasons. Dennis Seidenberg, a lot of people thought that if Tim Thomas weren't the MVP, that Dennis Seidenberg could have been the MVP. He was that valuable to the Bruins. And when they put him and Chara together, I think it kind of changed things during that whole playoff run. And Tuukka Rask, all-time winningest goaltender for the Bruins.
Anybody you think got left out?
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and look, to be honest with you.
The only questionable one to me was Mark Savard. I really loved what Mark Savard brought to this organization.
Probably didn't play enough.
It was a short time. Yeah. That was the one thing.
Unfortunate for him with the injuries, yeah.
So that's a look at the Bruins quarter-century team announced by the NHL today. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next. Bruins have a 2-0 lead over Tampa Bay after one here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first $1 billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your Good Karma by the pint.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NHL scoreboard after one period. It's Toronto and Dallas tied at 1. Sharks have a 2-0 lead over Detroit. It's the Kraken and Penguins tied at 1. Washington has a 2-0 lead over Anaheim right now. And the Flyers and Blue Jackets tied at 1. Just underway, Devils and Panthers, also Islanders and Senators, and a few other games tonight. St. Louis hosts Calgary. Vegas Golden Knights go to Nashville. Winnipeg will host Vancouver. Colorado, they host the Rangers at 9 o'clock, while the Utah Hockey Club will host Montreal at 9 p.m. Mike Vrabel said he will announce, or at least start his coaching staff search. One potential name off the board, the Cleveland Browns hired Tommy Rees as their offensive coordinator. The Heritage Hall hunt is on now through February 8th. Visit Boston Bruins Heritage Hall and follow the clues to unlock legendary stories and iconic artifacts for a chance to win one of 101 signed Bruins prizes available. To purchase tickets, visit bostonbruins.com/Heritage Hall. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Innocent Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Innocent Oil Change now, but in Rainham, Reading, and in Braintree. I'm Joe Murray. The second period's next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Ready to prioritize yourself in the new year? Your Skin is a great place to start.
Dime Beauty, founded by a master esthetician, is more than just a skincare company. With 4 skin-conscious categories, skincare, beauty, body care, and fragrance, Dime offers simple, spa-worthy products that will help you enter 2025 with confidence. Whether you're revitalizing your regimen with nourishing products or building one from scratch, Dime makes it easy. The Work System, our all-in-one best-selling routine, includes a cleanser of your choice, toners, serums, and moisturizers, taking the guesswork out of skincare for your healthiest, happiest skin yet. Dime's commitment to clean ingredients and sustainable packaging ensures every product is as gentle on your skin as it is on the planet. With thousands of glowing 5-star reviews and a loyal community, the results speak for themselves. Revive your skin and give yourself the routine refresh you deserve by visiting dimebeautyco.com. That's dimebeautyco.com. Your best skin awaits.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Bruins have a 2-0 lead over Tampa Bay after 1. We're joined by Matt Poitras, called up again today by the Bruins, back with the big club, and didn't take you long to make an impact, assisting on the Trent Frederick goal. Tell me a little bit about that play.
C's won a good battle on the wall there, and puck kind of squirted out, and it was a full ice 2-on-1, and just fortunate enough that I was able to get it over to Freddie, and he put it in. So yeah.
What was your focus coming into this game? As you got a chance to play a lot down in Providence, a lot of different situations, but coming back to the NHL, what do you need to do to stick here?
I think a lot of it is just habits and details. For me, it's just being over top of pucks and doing the little things right, just doing the right things in the D zone. Kind of off the top of the dot and just things like that. So just for me, keep it simple, and when the chance comes up to make plays.
You guys in a good spot here, up 2-0 after 1. How do you keep this going against Tampa?
I think we just gotta keep playing the same way and put pucks behind them, and good things will happen.
All right, appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Matt Poitras. He's sponsored by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. So Bruins up 2 as we go to the second period, and they'll have 57 seconds of power play time to open the period here as well.
Yeah, power play still work in progress, right? I mean, they had one good look off the stick of Sacco right off of a face-off win in their initial power play in the first period, but it bogged up a little bit there in the second.
Scored 2 power play goals against Florida on Saturday. Snapped an 8-game scoring drought. Just the second time this year they had scored multiple power play goals in a game. Face off here to get the second period underway. Bruins will go from right to left on offense. Lightning control the puck first, and puck shot all the way down by Pastrnak.
Referee. Trying to get out of the way.
Marchand along the near boards, trying to get it back into the offensive zone, but volleyed back out toward Lori. 35 to go in the power play. As he looks up ice, deals it off toward the right side, trying to find it was Lindholm. He will play it around behind Vasilevsky, but lifted right back out by Pastrnak.
Entries were an issue there in the first period as well.
Lori picks it up from behind Swayman. 18 to go in the man advantage. Up the right side, Lindholm hands off over there to Pastrnak. Angles it off the boards back to the right point man, Lori. Pastrnak tried to pass it in front. Angled off a skate back toward Lori. Center blue line, Lorai gets it from Pastrnak. Top of the circle, Pasta into the middle, looking for Sacco, but missed him. Hagel's coming out of the box.
Pass is coming from the right. Sacco's a left shot.
3-on-1 here. Hagel goes across for Hedman, and he missed it short side. Bruins dodge a bullet there, and now head back the other way with Marchand and Pastrnak. Marchand, left circle, score! Ripped it, top shelf, glove side. 3-0 Bruins.
Glendening, so you had Hedman with the opportunity at one end, right? He misses the net. That puck's going to come around the boards. Glendening ends up being the only guy back there on this play. So, yeah, the 3-on-1 for the Lightning as they get back to full strength. Miss the net. And now the Bruins get going back the other way. And Tampa's actually back in pretty good shape. Glendening kind of playing Marchand one-on-one. Marchand just lets this thing rip, and he beats Vasilevsky clean to the glove side.
That ends a 9-game goal-scoring drought for the captain. Bruins will get whistled for an offside here. With 1:24 gone in the second period, Boston up 3 now. Marchand gets his 16th goal of the season. Well, Boston banged up. Kastelik, McAvoy on IR today. Charlie Coyle was a game-time decision. Is playing tonight, but was under the weather. 3 call-ups into the lineup, and Bruins have had good energy throughout.
Don't know the extent of, what it was McAvoy's and even Kastelik for that matter, his injury, but
there's Cirelli throwing one to the front of the net, blocked by Zadorov.
You wonder if, they got to call guys up and you got to make room on the roster and everything else. So that's the IR part of it. But you wonder if the light week has something to do with it.
Right. Kucherov inside the blue line, plays it into the corner. Hagel in front, knocked away. Zadorov will send it out.
My point is that you can give guys a couple extra days rest this week because you've only got the 2 games.
Right. Cirelli gave it up, got it right back along the right wing circle. Deals to Kucherov out near the blue line. Cirelli at the right circle again, back to Kucherov. Turned it over to Koepke, but couldn't get it out of the zone. Cirelli moving high, slot shot, save made. Rebound hit the post, Kucherov.
Yeah, Kucherov kept that puck in.
Kucherov centering, looking for Hagel. Bruins will clear it.
You got the 3-0 lead. Now you can't get standing around here, right? I mean, you got an opportunity to clear that puck. And it was that Zadorov just broke his stick over the post. The Bruins don't get that puck out of the zone. Kucherov keeps it in or helps keep it in, and then it's Kucherov who hits the post from the left side on a rolling puck. Blocker save made by Swayman. Off the blocker, off the post, and out.
Zadorov back of the bench getting a fresh stick.
Well, that's one way to... It's going to cost the organization a few $100s for a new stick, but it buys them about an extra 20 seconds of time to rest there. Break your stick over the post. Right. Take your time going to the bench.
So there was an icing there, so they had to stay out. Right. Radish with a shot gets blocked, and the Bruins will break out here with Koepke swiping it ahead from the red line. Hit the linesman and ends up kicking back out of the zone and offside here, whistled against the Bruins. 2:45 into this second period. Boston up 3-0. David Pastrnak assisting on that Marchand goal. That's his second point of the night. He assisted on the Wotherspoon goal as well. They'll face it off just outside the Tampa Bay zone. Went home against Paul. Now Elias is asked out, so Letary will get in there. Puck comes back into the Tampa zone, onto the stick of Hedman. Up the left side for Gensel. Bumped away from it by Letary. Peak sends over to Callahan. Marchand taps it back toward Peak, and puck sent through neutral ice, but doesn't connect. And other icing here against Boston.
Fans, Bruins hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions.
Getting back to the point you were making about the schedule this week, and McAvoy going on IR today, a little bit of a surprise, but Joe Sacco said he has a nagging injury he's been dealing with. And he said you can go on IR here, basically miss just the 2 games, and then potentially be eligible to come back.
We'll see the extent of it, though.
Right.
That's speculation, right? And even Kastelik, you said he looked pretty good, and as long as he passes some of the protocols, you assume it's a concussion. You assume,
right?
But
he was skating this morning before practice.
Yeah, right.
So
that's a good sign.
That's a good step in the right direction.
He could
hopefully
be back. He's still going to have 3 more days before their next game.
And Hampus Lindholm moved to long-term IR today, but that's
a roster move.
They needed to clear some cap space for the call-ups
exactly.
today.
No setbacks. We were confirmed today. He's still on pace, and he's still a ways away, but
yeah, has not started practicing with the team, but is skating on his own.
You could see him as a post 4 Nations Cup, right? Full 2 weeks off in February, or 13 days anyhow. And have a busy March.
Yes, they do, and a lot of road games. Wotherspoon knocks one away in the far circle. Lifted out here by Coyle. Lilleberg goes back to play it. Send it around the near boards, and Frederick cut it in front for Coyle. Tipped on goal, and Vasilevsky stayed with that one. Right back in, but that's going to be an icing here against Boston. So they'll bring the faceoff back down the other end.
Good opportunity, though. Coyle in front. Frederick gets to this puck first. It's a turnover by the Lightning. And Frederick's going to chase this puck down right along the goal line on the left side to the right of Vasilevsky. And a quick centering pass. Got Poitras and Coyle there. Coyle gets a piece. And Vasilevsky throws out the left pad and glove.
Face off to the right of Swayman. It'll be Coyle to take the draw.
Well, February, not only do they get the 13 days, there's only 1 road game in February.
Right.
So there's you're going to have to make up those road games somewhere. And that's March.
And it was December as well. Cirelli played it into the right wing corner here. Kucherov got it in front, looking for Hagel, but tied up with Laura. Poitras in the far corner, battling for it. Game back to McDonough at the point. On to Kucherov, one-timer, blocked by Coyle. Thrown to the net by Pastrnak, and save made by Swayman. Frederick gets it out of the zone.
Good standing around now defensively, just because you have a 3-0 lead.
From the red line.
They've iced it probably 3 or 4 times already in this period. Way too much hockey to be played.
Against a dangerous team, with or without Braden Point. And Point not playing today for Tampa. Missed a meeting. Sacco comes down the middle. Got it across in front. A chance for Geekie on the back door.
He was tied up by Hedman, but he had a chance.
Chafee will go behind the net here for the Lightning toward the far side. Takes a hit from Geekie. Collision in the neutral ice with Gergensons knocking down Carlo. Deep it comes to Pastrnak behind the Bruins net as he's run to the boards by Chafee in the corner. Things are really starting to heat up. Guys throwing the bodies around.
Well, this line has to do that for Tampa.
Radish throws one to the net. Save made by Swayman. Gathers in the rebound. Chafee gets into it in front. Gergensons as well.
Yeah, here comes Swayman and Eastman.
And gloves go off. Zadorov's got a hold of Chafee. Linesman tangled in the middle there of all this.
Don't understand why the linesman stepped in there. Chafee threw a big right, and Zadorov said, okay, invitation. And the linesman won't let him go.
Crowd not happy with that.
Chafee threw a big right. And I know that Zadorov's got a huge size advantage on, but if you're going to throw that right in the pile, face washing is one thing.
Right.
You throw a big right hand, that's... Remember David Backus always used to say that. That's an invitation.
You don't have to ask Zadorov twice in that situation, generally. They just kind of got jousting around the front of the net after that whistle, and then...
Well, I mean, Zadorov threw a right, too. No,
couple of gloved right hands. Yeah.
With gloves on.
Yep.
Swayman wanted a piece of Asimov, right?
Boston, number 91. Tampa, number 41. Both 2 minutes each for roughing.
All even after all that?
Yeah.
Chafee's a scorer. I mean, he's not a guy who's going to drop the gloves a whole lot, I don't think, anyhow. And he doesn't have that reputation. I applaud him for not taking it from Zadorov and giving it right back. But, hey,
yeah, with that,
he did exactly what he should have done there. That was a good job by him.
With that penalty, Chafee's up to 15 penalty minutes on the year. Zadorov.
But that line, back to your point about, okay, things heating up a little bit, that line has to do that for Tampa.
Right.
Energy, finish their hits. They're looking for a bump here. John Cooper pleading his case to the referee. And that'll be about it. But their job is to provide that energy.
Yeah, you're down 3-0, especially in the second period, trying to give the team a lift.
Did somebody's helmet get ripped off in that scrum? Is that what John Cooper was complaining about?
Not sure. Not that I noticed, but we have seen that penalized earlier this year.
A couple times.
Yeah. So the officials, or the conversations with the officials, are done. It'll be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes, barring any more penalties. 14:58 to go here in the second. Bruins 3-0 leaders. Face off in the near circle of the Bruins zone. Down to our right. Pulled back behind the net here for Wotherspoon. Wotherspoon starting up ice. Hagel harassing him from behind.
Hagel's got some speed. You got to be careful with him.
Lorai will bring it back behind the Bruins net.
That's better. Use the net as a little screen.
Lost it coming through neutral ice. Angled back toward Hagel, but missed him. Wotherspoon will bring it out toward his own blue line. Hands it back to Lorai. Lorai gains the red line, now the blue. Coming down the left wing circle. Wheels it back off for Coyle. Moving through the high slot. Back to the blue line for Wotherspoon. Steps to the left point. Lays it down toward the corner. Sorelli cuts it off in front of Coyle. Battle back around the wall toward the far side. McDonough pressured by Elias Lindholm. Good recovery by McDonough just to knock that puck out of the zone after Lindholm stole it.
It's such a good pickup for Tampa and here in the offseason, right? You lose Sergachev, and McDonough was such a big part of their teams in the Stanley Cup runs there.
Andrew Peak moving high slot. Takes a shot. Save made by Vasilevsky. Back in front. And Pastrnak blasts it home. Sacco fed it to him perfectly at the left circle. It's 4-0.
The Bruins have been opportunistic. And they jump on another one here. That's 9 shots on goal for the Bruins. They've got 4 goals right now. But Tampa just really backs off. A Peak in this situation. Coming in from the left side. He's going to cut to the middle of the ice. I mean, everybody just backs off of him. Tampa's back. Gets the initial shot away. None of the Lightning players can come up with the rebound. Zacha picks it up right in front and dishes this puck over into the left wing circle for David Pastrnak, who had lost his balance, had to pick himself right back up. And he's almost at the base of the left wing circle when he beats Vasilevsky with this shot.
20th of the year for Pastrnak. 3rd point of the night. And the Bruins get a turnover here, and Marchand headed ahead. Marchand floats one in front, looking for Poitras coming down the middle. It was tipped away into the far corner. Radish starts the Lightning back the other way. 33 seconds left in a 4-on-4. Going toward the back of the net. Puck came loose back toward Hedman at the point. They work it down low. Asimov trying to get it in front, but picked off there by Callahan, who lays it off the near boards. Hedman pinching down to keep that alive. Ball against Poitras along the near side. High slot to Hedman. Geekie dropped it back. Hedman, a point-blank shot. Save made by Swayman. And the Bruins get the rebound out to the blue line. Poitras couldn't find it. It hit him in the skate. And now batted back down toward the corner. Connor Geekie there for the Lightning. Teams get their men back, so it's 5-on-5. Hedman along the far side circle. Pivots, try to leave it in the corner. Peak gets there first and gets crunched by Connor Geekie. Glendening, hook check by Peak. Read the puck up toward the near corner, but Kucherov gets there first. Chernak over to McDonough, the left point, throws one in front. Knocked down, scramble for possession right at the doorstep. And Zadorov, I believe, able to shovel that back to Swayman and allow him to get it covered. We've got 12:32 left here in the second period. Bruins lead it 4-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Taxes was waiting around for your taxes to be done, which led to worrying about not getting any money back. Now Taxes is matching with a TurboTax expert who can do your taxes in a day to get you up to $4,000 fast with a refund advance loan. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Expert filing only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Refund advance has $0 loan fees and 0% APR. Refund advance loans may be issued by First Century Bank, N.A. or Web Bank. Terms apply, subject to approval.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard his ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
12:32 remaining here in the second period. Bruins leading at 4-0. David Pastrnak with the most recent goal, his 20th of the year. This marks now his 9th consecutive 20-goal season. That ties him with 9 20-goal seasons with Ray Bourque for 5th in team history. The 9 consecutive 20-goal seasons is tied with Rick Middleton for 4th all-time, behind Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and Johnny Busick. Marchand has 11 in a row. And we got a fight off of the face-off here. It's Frederick and Lilleberg. Lilleberg, who was the cross-checker of Mark Kastelik in the last game. He throws a wild one. Frederick lands a big right. Misses with another one. Lands a straight right. Lilleberg rocked. Helmet off. They continue to throw. Uppercut and overhands from Frederick as he now has Lilleberg's jersey pulled up. Continues to throw rights over and under. Lilleberg fires back with a right. Freddie's helmet comes popping off, and the linesman will jump in, and a big smile on Frederick's face.
Yeah, Lilleberg showed something there.
Yep.
He showed a lot against Kastelik, too, to be honest with you. I mean, he got Kastelik with a high cross-check. Frederick's been asking him to go all game. It gets to 4-0. And Lilleberg, I mean, he threw bombs with Kastelik. He threw bombs with Frederick. They're two pretty tough guys, and good on him.
Well, you said earlier Lilleberg was within his rights to say, I answered for it last game.
I think so, but at the same time, 4-0 now. Okay, let's get this done. Let's do it the right way. He answered against Kastelik.
Yep. The Bruins had taken a few runs at him earlier in the game.
Now, I know that they said that Kastelik got, with the cross-check, but he hit his head on the ice. I'll go with what they're saying, but I'm not entirely sure that was the case. But Kastelik was throwing bombs, so maybe that was the case. Maybe Lilleberg caught him with one. I don't know, but they said that he hit his head on the ice. It was a good fight between the two of them, but it was after the cross-check to the face. And I was a little surprised that the league didn't step in and give anything there.
The Bruins breaking out of their zone here as Beecher comes flying through neutral ice, and offside as Koepke and Hedman had collided and were down, and Koepke skidded across the blue line.
Yeah, see, Hedman is complaining for interference there, and because he's got his back to Koepke, right? He's backing up, and you got Beecher coming with speed, and Koepke's coming across the line and bumps Hedman.
Hedman had a case there.
But Koepke's entitled to his space right there. As long as he's not moving into Hedman, he's entitled to that space. Yeah. That's like a pick. If you're there already,
right,
you're entitled to that space.
As long as it's not a moving pick.
Right. But you will see the referees call that, especially on power plays. The defenseman's coming back and a guy straddling the blue line.
There's Peak. chopping it away from Gergensons to the neutral ice. Coyle takes one away at the far circle, pivots along the wall, brings it back up toward the blue line, and feathers a pass over to Lohrei, stepping to the top of the circle. Lohrei just on from the bench. Took the shot, it was blocked. Brazo keeps it alive in the right wing corner. Getke sends it up the boards. Lohrei slows it down and now has it at the blue line. Cross ice into the near corner. Coyle back up top for Wotherspoon. His shot gets blocked, and it'll come to Asimont coming out of the zone here for the Lightning. Wotherspoon scored his first career NHL goal earlier tonight. Swayman's going to cover one at the side of the net, and we'll see some more wrestling as everyone gathers around that puck. 11:16 to go here in the second. The Bruins up 4-0.
Pastrnak now, you mentioned his goal scoring, 6 goals in his last 5 games. Actually, I take that back. It might be a little bit more than that. 7 in the last 6 games. Yep.
3 2-goal games over the last 5.
When I look at the stats, I have to add today's game in there.
It's all right. I will never criticize anyone's math. Glass houses and all that. Puck played off the far boards. Hedman throws one to the net and scores. And that looked to be redirected by Connor Geekie, I believe.
Yeah.
And the Lightning on the board. It's 4-1.
Face-off win for Tampa. They're going to get this puck back to the point. It's just a little touch pass out at the point, and Hedman just basically a wrist shot towards the net, and Geekie's going to redirect this. They had a couple of these redirections in the first period that Swayman was able to come up with. This is a shot about knee-high, it looks like, and nice tip by Geekie up and over top of the glove-hand side of Swayman.
Connor Geekie, the rookie, with his 6th of the year for the Lightning. Morgan's younger brother, separated by about 6 years. It's his first goal in 13 games. So it's a 4-1 Bruins lead. Not yet to the midway point of this one. 11:10 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, a lot of hockey to be played.
Radish got it to the red line. Lohrei and Geekie collide there. It'll come back toward the blue line and volleyed back out toward the Tampa Bay zone. Hedman with Lettieri bearing down off. Marchand reaching out to try to keep that puck alive. Instead, Radish will drive it into the Bruins zone. Around behind Swayman it goes. Wotherspoon played it back around toward the near corner. Cam Atkinson will play it back in deep. Wotherspoon is there. On to Lohrei. Off the near boards for Marchand. Chops it ahead. Lettieri will skate onto it in the Tampa Bay zone. Along the near circle. Trying to get away from Gensel. Lettieri turns around. Fires it off the end boards. It bounced away from Marchand. Went into the far corner. And Paul was right there for the Lightning. Paul going to skate it out to the red line here and chip it past Zadorov in deep. Carlo reversed it hard around the near boards. Got through Gensel. And Coyle will bring up ice. Here's Poitras down the middle. Knocked away as he tried to pass it off to the right side. And Carlo will drive it back
pick that
in.
out of the air.
Chernak over to McDonough. Pass to neutral ice. Tapped ahead by Gensel. Zadorov looks over his shoulder as he goes back to play the puck away from Kucherov on the forecheck. Pastrnak knocked it off the near boards, trying to get Coyle into the attack zone. Instead, it'll come back towards Zadorov. Rips it off the near boards for Pastrnak. And Denning got in the way of that, but Poitras picks up the loose puck, moving across the line to the right circle. Shot, save made. Vasilevsky hangs on to it. 9:33 left here in the second. Bruins 4 and the Lightning 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Fans in support of the brave first responders in California working tirelessly to battle multiple fires across the region. Former Bruin and current Bruins Foundation President Bob Sweeney is captaining the Boston Bruins Foundation's California Firefighter Support Team during the upcoming Be Fit Challenge presented by National Grid. If you're looking for ways to help the impacted California communities and their first responders, consider joining or donating to the Boston Bruins Foundation's California Firefighter Support Team. Visit runsignup.com/Cali Fire Support to participate. That's runsignup.com/Cali Fire Support. Face-off win here in the offensive zone by the Bruins, and Peak throws one to the net. Vasilevsky just gloves it, hangs on to it. Another face-off to his left coming up. 9:28 to go in the second. Bruins up 3 goals.
Yeah, they're up 3, but 4 goals on 11 shots. That's pretty opportunistic, right? In terms of
Peak with another shot. Save made. Rebound kick toward Beecher.
They've made their chances. Don't get me wrong, but
Lazo takes one around to the right circle, tried a turnaround shot. That was blocked. Beecher grabs the loose puck. Back to Peak of the shot. That one goes wide off a deflection. Brazo trying to tuck it in on the near post. And Vasilevsky squeezed against that post with a skate.
Yeah, more shifts like this one, though, go a long way.
Koepke able to pull the puck free. Got it back to Callahan for a drive, and the glove stopped that time.
So that's the type of shift you need right there. The Bruins have had a couple where they've been in their own zone. Just, and that's basically your fourth line here today with Beecher and Koepke and Brazo put down there. Brazo's got a good scoring touch, but that's just good pressure. You rotate it back to the point. You had a couple point shots. Brazo with a wraparound opportunity, beating Tampa to the puck, forcing them to defend.
They earn an attack zone face-off here for Sacco, Geekie, and Pastrnak. Sacco against Connor Geekie on the face-off. Lightning control it. Perbix got it out to the center line, and Pastrnak will play it down deep from there. Vasilevsky spun it to Hedman in the far corner. Long outlet pass looking for Atkinson. Skip past him. Lohrei skates back onto it. Sends a long one the other way, and that's going to wind up an icing against the Bruins.
It's the right idea by Lohrei. Makes a nice escape move. And then misses everybody with the pass. You missed McAvoy. You're missing Lindholm. And you want to see how guys step up on the back end. And I think the power play hasn't been great, but other than that, and that's a unit, not just Lohrei, but he's been good in this game. He's been assertive, he's skated, he's moved the puck well.
Another face-off in the defensive zone here for the Bruins.
Both Frederick and Lilleberg went down to the locker room for repairs. They're both back in the box now. Frederick got back a couple whistles ago, and Lilleberg just getting back to the box.
Frederick's right hand needed some repairs the other day as well. This low shot kicked aside by Swayman, trying to stay with it. As Lohrei spun it around behind the net. Perbix going down the near side boards. Centering pass looking for Hagel.
Yeah, it's Pastrnak, though, coming back to lift the stick of Hagel.
He's all the way back into the Tampa zone. 8:15 to go here in the period. Kucherov gets the pass up the right side. Sends one across. Hagel with a shot from the left circle. Save made by Swayman. Scrambles to cover the puck. And now we get Wotherspoon getting into it with Cirelli. Cirelli tossed one glove and another one. Linesman not going to let them go.
Toss the second one when the linesman gets in there. I did not like this line change by the Bruins. Two of the forwards were really slow to get off the ice here. It looked like they were going to try to apply some pressure up the ice, and then once the puck got moved up the ice, they went for the line change. And all of a sudden it becomes like the Bruins were ready to change. Now they got to hop back on the ice, and now it's a 4-on-2 coming back the other way. Not a good line change by the Bruins.
Yeah, a little confusion there in front of the bench. Guys jumping over the boards in both directions.
Well, it's confusion because you thought guys were going to come straight to the bench, and they stayed on the ice before they went to the bench. Bruins are going to get the extra 2 here.
So a power play coming up here for the Lightning with 8:06 to go in the second. And a 4-1 Bruins lead. Tampa Bay's power play can be deadly.
It's their first power play tonight.
It is. They come in close to 26% success rate on the year. That's 4th best in the league. They do not have Braden Point in the lineup. He is leading the league with power play goals with 12. Ball pulled into the boards. McDonough shoots it around the wall. It'll come toward the near side. Gensel. Give it off over here to Paul. Over to the far side now to McDonough. Pivots away from Lindholm. Now deals it off to that left side. Thrown to the net by Paul. Stick down by Swayman, and then he covers it up. Minute 43 left on the power play.
Well, it's not a power play yet. It's 4-on-4 right now. They ended up giving Cirelli a 2 as well, so it's 4-on-4. They had only had Wotherspoon up on the board at first, and then they added Cirelli after. I thought it might have been 4-and-2.
So 4-on-4, minute 43. Second 4-on-4 we've had today. And the puck gets shot out of the zone right off the draw. Radish will skate back to get it. Lindholm and Marchand joined by Lohrei and Peak on the 4-man unit here. Radish will bring the Lightning ahead. Down the right wing circle, he goes into the corner. Lohrei angles him off the puck. Ball at the back of the net, bumped by Elias Lindholm. They continue to battle into the far corner. Shoveled back toward the point for Gensel. Top of the circle, Paul takes a shot. Off the back glass. Gensel takes it from behind the net to the far circle. Skates it out toward the far side blue line and gives there to Radish. They work it around for Paul at the left circle, and the shot stick saved by Swayman.
Paul jumped out there, popped out into the circle to get himself open.
Dunna keeping it alive. Pastrnak just on from the bench. Passes down the right wing circle. Paul takes a look around. Hedman comes on the change. 45 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Pivoting out of the corner, Gensel. Pulls it back toward Pastrnak along the far side. He hands off to Hedman. Hedman works his way down the half wall. Sends one all the way across to the near circle, and Gensel's one-timer is gloved by Swayman.
Marchand and Lindholm were gassed, and so are the two defensemen. And Marchand could see this. There's nobody out at the point. Nobody. And he's in the high slot, and he's looking around saying, thinking that there's going to be somebody out of the point, but they had 4 across, and that's Hedman coming into the circle, and that just opens up that seam right across into the right wing circle for that one-timer by Gensel. They had possession of that puck for a while in that offensive zone, did Tampa.
Frederick and Lilleberg released from their fighting majors. Get some stick taps as they go back to their respective benches. 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 6:36 to go here in the second. Bruins up by 3. Face-off win by Sacco. Puck lobbed out into neutral ice by Pastrnak. Glove down by Zadorov up the left wing side, going right to the net. Save made by Vasilevsky.
Yeah, I like that from Zadorov. He did it, was it last game or a couple games ago, and he got the goalie interference, but I don't mind that, taking it strong to the front of the net.
Ooh, Pastrnak nearly took one the other way as the Lightning mishandled coming through neutral ice. Pastrnak instead along the near side. Come all the way around the near boards. Hedman will play it back deep. Wotherspoon and Cirelli come out of the penalty boxes, and the teams are at full strength. Back to the blue line here to Hedman with a shot. In front was Hagel, but Swayman saw it all the way. Cradles it, gets the whistle, and we take a break. 5:57 to go in the second. It's the Bruins 4 and the Lightning 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Bruins leading the Lightning 4-1. 5:57 to go here in the second period. And on those 4 goals tonight, Bruins have notched 7 assists with those feeds. The Shaws and Star Market Foundation has already donated $700 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Shot into the far corner of the Bruins zone, down to our right. On the far side, Finley able to keep it in deep, and then he knocks down Pete.
He's a pretty big kid.
6'6". Son of former NHL player Jeff Finley. More than 700 games on his resume. As Perbix throws one on goal, save made. Lifted up and into the air and down into the attacking zone here. Lilleberg will skate around behind the net. Finley's dad is in attendance tonight. I guess was on his way to see him play in Syracuse this week and had to reroute his flight to Boston.
Yeah, I know you went to school in Syracuse, but I'll take Boston.
I will too. Ace him out with a shot. Save made. You get to see the sun around here more than once every 6 months as we get another wrestling match.
I spent significant time in Buffalo. I know that route. Fans of IdiaBank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assists for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now at avidiabank.com/Team Bergeron.
Syracuse basketball coach Jim Boeheim used to say that, you know, we get our summers here are like winters in Hawaii. Syracuse.
Well, we always called it the Gray Belt when we were playing in the American Hockey League, right? And, you know, Albany and
Rochester.
Binghamton. Well, you go across and Binghamton and Utica and Syracuse and Rochester.
You're right about the gray. Everything is
Gray Belt.
Everything's covered in salt for most of the year.
It's all right along the New York Thruway.
5:04 to go here in the second. Face off in the Bruins zone. Frederick is ejected from the circle. Boyle gets in there against Chafee. Boyle kicks it over to Lorei. Played it backward for Wotherspoon around the glass near side. Frederick taps it out into the neutral zone. Boyle will play it in from there. Matt Poitras goes into the far corner against Hedman. Able to keep that puck free. Coyle goes behind the net. Centering, looking for Frederick, but hit a skate. It'll come back around the near wall. Coyle along the hash marks near side, wrestling with Chafee. Back to Lohrei, who whistles a puck across for Wotherspoon. A shot. Save made. Coyle had a glove down the rebound. He'll get it back to Wotherspoon at the point. Now Lohrei, top of the left circle. Sent one across, hit Hedman in the skate. At the blue line, not kept in by Lohrei, brought it back in offside.
Lohrei forgot that Wotherspoon's a lefty playing the right side. I mean, he zipped that puck across, and Wotherspoon had to take that pass on the back and did a nice job with it, actually. I mean, that was ripped across to him.
And different looks defensively here for the Bruins tonight with Charlie McAvoy out. Face off won by Cirelli here for the Lightning. Cernak deals for Kucherov. Pass across the ice. Cirelli couldn't find the handle. Taken away by Elias Lindholm. Dumps it in just wide of Vasilevsky, who tees it up at the side of the net. Hagel just outside of his own blue line. Skates it up to the red. Pass off left side for Cirelli. Lettieri able to knock down a centering pass and get it cleared. Cernak will try again. This time Hagel gathers it in across the line. Goes rink wide. Bounced away from Kucherov just off the mark there as Zadorov plays it around Cirelli, but not out. Cirelli gets it back to Hagel. Pivots out of the near corner. Brings it back to Cernak. Nobody at the far point. Cernak tried to go D to D. There's nobody over there.
Hedman had vacated.
And now Lettieri battling his way through neutral ice. Gets hooked down to a knee. Crowd looking for a call. Instead, the Lightning come back.
I know the Bruins are the ones that have had the power plays here today, but I think Tampa's gotten away with a couple. When Zadorov took that puck to the net, I think he took a pretty good whack going to the net there. It looked like Lettieri was trying to battle through something. You mentioned Hedman earlier in the game on Lettieri, right? As he was trying to break in.
Terry did end up drawing a penalty on that one.
That was
later on against Hagel.
Hagel's on the same sequence.
On the same play, yeah. As the puck goes off the glass and out of play along the near side with 3:06 to go here in the second.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins won't play again until Saturday afternoon. We'll be up in Ottawa. See their matchup against the Senators. That is a 3 p.m. face-off. Note the times.
Is it a special like hockey day and Canada Day? I'm not sure because the 3 o'clock game in Canada's usually odd unless they've got a triple header or something.
Right. Not sure. You know, this past Saturday was hockey day in Czechia. Beecher brings it up across the line here. Frederick takes a shot. That was blocked. Paul able to knock it around Coyle out into the neutral ice.
Washington will be at Ottawa on Thursday night. So a lot of teams play Thursday. That'll be catching up on, making up one of the games that they have in hand on the Bruins.
Right. Tampa Bay among them. They have 4 games in hand right now on the Bruins. And they're just ahead of Boston in the standing.
Tampa's back home against Anaheim on Thursday. They'll pick up another game there.
Boston the neutral ice here by Frederick. Here's Connor Geekie down the left circle with a shot. Stick save made by Swayman. Bruins go the other way with a rebound. Pastrnak skates it in across the line. Coming toward the near boards. Goes around Perbix. Goes right to the front of the net. Puck slipped away from him. And Connor Geekie shoots it off the far glass and out of the zone. Dumped right back in by Wotherspoon. Rims around to the far side. Lilleberg reversed it over to Perbix near side. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second. Bruins leading at 4-1. Cirelli trying to drag it around Wotherspoon. Couldn't. Lohrei takes it back toward that far wall. Gives to Pastrnak. Pass through neutral ice. Disrupted by Hagel. He winds up with the puck. To the near side for Cirelli. Just inside the Boston line. Here's Kucherov near circle. Tried to get it back in front for Hagel. He gets knocked down by Sacco. And the Bruins clear.
Yeah, they've got a triple header there on Saturday. At Boston, Ottawa at 3 o'clock. That's national TV in Canada. Toronto, Montreal at 7 o'clock. And then the late game is Edmonton and Vancouver. Triple header for the national telecast up there.
Dumped in on goal here. Swayman will stick it aside. Up the near side pass. Marchand. against Chernak right in front of the penalty box along the near boards. Wotherspoon and Finley in there as well. Now Brazo comes in to get involved. Puck still frozen. Now Marchand gets it loose and throws it in toward Vasilevsky. Sets it up at the side of the net. 48 seconds to go in the period. Outlet comes to Atkinson from the center circle. Dumps it in just to the glove side of Swayman. Comes off the end wall and he'll cover it.
Came bouncing off the end wall, so Swayman wasn't going to take any chances.
Counts are 25-17 in favor of the Lightning in this one. But as you said a couple of times tonight, Bruins have been opportunistic with their chances.
Well, they've made their chances, you know. I mean, it's nice to see them score off the rush on that 2-on-1 to start the game, right? Marchand scores off the rush, even though it was a bit of an individual effort.
I've liked the energy really from the opening drop of the puck tonight from the team too.
Well,
good jump.
That was talked about this morning.
Here's Hedman off of the face-off. Straight on shot from the blue line. Goes wide. Beecher taps it for Coyle. He'll bank it off the boards and out.
Having the energy, but also, not crossing the line. And so far, so good in that department.
On the far wall. Pass in front for Kucherov. A turnaround shot. Swayman knocks it down. Kucherov gets it over to Hedman. A shot. And they score. With 17 seconds to go in the period, Victor Hedman and the Lightning have cut this lead in half. It's 4-2.
Yeah, this is it. We talked about it earlier in the period, right? You can't be standing around, not against this team. Bruins don't get this puck out. The seams open up. Kucherov one chance in the right side, and then he's going to feed Hedman over in the left wing circle. Hedman's had an eventful game, right? I mean, he's been kind of good and bad, but this one's going to beat Swayman 5-hole. Off the pass from Kucherov. Bruins just kind of get running around a little bit. Allowing that seam to open up. And Hedman's always going to jump in there.
It's his 7th goal of the year. He's figured in on both of the goals tonight for Tampa. Pastrnak and McDonough were chasing that puck. Puck will come back toward Pastrnak for a one-timer. Didn't get as much on it as he would have liked. Now he takes the shot from out near the blue line. Vasilevsky made the stick save, and as they battle for the rebound in the near corner, the siren will sound to end the period. So the Bruins extended what was a 2-0 lead to 4-0 in the first 6:05 of that second period, but the Lightning able to come back and cut it to a 2-goal deficit as they head toward the third. And we'll be back to recap an eventful 2 periods on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives. Get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Will play it for Sacco. Steps across the line, hands off to Pastrnak on that right side. Send it back across Wotherspoon. Scores! Parker Wotherspoon rips it just under the crossbar. It's 2-0 Bruins. Parker Wotherspoon's first career NHL goal is our Timberline Construction Amazing Play, presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. Back here alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Second intermission at TD Garden. Bruins have a 4-2 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning able to get a goal with just over 17 seconds left in that second period. Creep a little bit closer, and now the Bruins have to find a way to put this away in the third period.
Yeah, I hate that one. I mean, I thought there were portions of the second period where the Bruins got caught standing around a little bit, had trouble getting pucks out of the zone. Swayman was calm, good, made some strong saves, but goals in the last minute of periods, when games are still kind of very much in question, they're killers. They really are. They can be. And that's up to the Bruins to say, you know, if you're the Bruins, you're trying to, you're upset. You're not happy about the way that period ended. But then it's up to the coaching staff or the leaders or both to just really emphasize the fact that we're up 2 goals in the third period on home ice. Don't care how we got here. We're up 2. So now we play a good, strong, solid, smart, initiate type of third period as opposed to reacting in the third period and allowing Tampa to come at you. So that's kind of, my guess is that's the conversation. And John Cooper's probably saying, look, you know, we've had a few breakdowns defensively, and the puck's ended up in the back of the net. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with the way we're playing right now. Stick with it. Stick with it. We're going to get some chances against this team. They've already put up 28 shots on goal. And if they're saving their best for last, this is, you know, an opportunity for them. Now, they played a little bit more hockey than the Bruins in the sense over the last few days, right? They played against each other. Then Tampa had to go and travel and play 2 games, Saturday and Sunday. The Bruins were just in Florida and then came home and had a couple days off. Does that matter at all? I don't know. Maybe. You know, the Bruins have played more games to this point than just about anybody, and 4 more games than Tampa Bay. You should have I think from the Bruins standpoint, they've done a nice job so far at capitalizing on their opportunities. They've done a pretty good job of, you know, making up for some of the guys who are out of their lineup. But you got guys like Hedman and Kucherov who are always dangerous. And not just the 2 of them, but, I mean, Kucherov makes a nice pass across, and Hedman scores with, you know, 18 seconds to go in the period. All of a sudden, you place some doubt in the Bruins' mind. So it's important to have that good mindset, that good, you know, outlook as you come out for the third period. We're ahead by 2 on home ice. We close these games out. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, that's they've had power play opportunities, haven't been able to cash in. Tampa's yet to have one, and they've got a dangerous power play with or without Braden Point, and Point's not in the lineup here today. Anytime you got Kucherov and Hedman out there, it's a dangerous power play. It's a dangerous time when they're out on the ice. He's always going to be up, and, you know, it's up to the Bruins to there were 2 seam passes in that last sequence. 1 seam pass over to Kucherov for a good chance, and then Kucherov a seam pass right back over for Hedman for the opportunity. You know, there were seam passes earlier on the 4-on-4 situation where they had chances, and Gensel had a chance from the right wing circle. Bruins defensively have to tighten up and be better in their own zone. And it sounds funny to say they've only given up 2 here, but some of that's been Swayman. And they've blocked some shots too, but a lot of it's been Swayman.
Bruins have 3 call-ups in the lineup tonight. To my eyes, all 3 of them have looked like they belong.
Yeah, I mean, Lettieri's done some good things. He drew a penalty. Probably should have drawn another one, to be honest with you. But, Poitras got a nice assist on the goal by Frederick right off the bat early in the first period. Callahan's done some pretty good things on that back end. But now they'll be tested here in the third. Situational hockey, right? It's the third period. You're up by 2. How do you manage the clock? How do you manage the puck? What do? You're just flipping the puck out of the zone. Are you skating? You're moving your legs. You're making plays. Those are the types of things you'll be looking for here in the third.
Well, the scoring back in the first period, Trent Frederick from Poitras and Charlie Coyle. Poitras getting it over to Frederick on a 2-on-1 at 4:24 of the first. Got the Bruins the 1-0 lead. Parker Wotherspoon's first career NHL goal set up by Pastrnak and Sacco at 9:31 made it 2-0. Bruins opened up a 4-0 lead early in the second. Brad Marchand's 16th of the year set up by Pastrnak at 1:13. Then Pasternak's 20th from Sacco and Peak at 6:05. But the Lightning coming back. Connor Geekie, 6th of the year at 8:50, assisted by Hedman and Darren Radish. And then Hedman, 7th of the season from Kucherov and Paul at 19:42. And that's where we are, 4-2 Boston. Music of the game brought to you by Live Nation. Jason Aldean and Brooks and Dunn together for one night only, live at Fenway Park, Friday, May 30th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
And a minimal salary cap hit. Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you can do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some from my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Go to Blinds.com for 40% off site-wide and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go right now for 40% off site-wide at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBCFM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub. Station. Sports Hub headlines.
NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. Right now it is Dallas 3, Toronto 1. Also Sharks lead Detroit 3-1. It's the Penguins 2, Kraken 1. That game just started in the 3rd period. Also Anaheim down 3-0 already to Washington. Flyers and Blue Jackets tied at 1. A no score between the Panthers and Devils. Ottawa out to a 1-0 lead over the Islanders. And just underway in the 2nd period, St. Louis has a 1-0 lead over Calgary. Predators 2-0 over Vegas. And the Jets have a 3-0 lead over Vancouver. And just 2 other games on the slate tonight. Colorado hosts the Rangers, and Utah will host Montreal. Signify your spot in the Bruins fandom with the new Next Century Fan Foyer puck package, which includes an engraved puck that will be displayed on the puck wall at Heritage Hall inside TD Garden, and an engraved commemorative puck to keep as a memento. Visit bostonbruins.com/fanfoyer to purchase yours today. Bruins have a 4-2 lead. I'm Joe Murray. The 3rd period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service, real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15+ essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub. This is a black and gold flashback.
Flyers need 2. They've got 55 seconds to work with. Marchand with a steal here, and he scores into the empty net for his 5th point of the day, tying a career high. 2 goals and 3 assists for Brad Marchand. He's figured in 5 of the 6 Bruin goals.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2017. Brad Marchand, as you just heard there from our buddy Dave Gosher, 2 goals, 3 assists as the Bruins beat the Philadelphia Flyers by the final score of 6-3. Torrey Krug had a goal and an assist in that game. David Pastrnak, 2 assists. Patrice Bergeron a goal. Zdeno Chara a goal. All of them named to either the first or second team. And the Bruins quarter century team, which was released today by the National Hockey League. We talked about that during our first intermission. Pretty good list of players that have come through here over the past 25 years. Bruins defending a 4-2 lead as we go to the third period here. Shots on goal are 29-18 in favor of Tampa Bay through 2 periods. They outshot the Bruins 20-12 in that second period.
Yeah, I mean, Bruins generated a few good shifts where they had some opportunities. They took advantage of a couple mistakes made by the Lightning. But in terms of sustained attack, it was tilted a little bit Tampa's favor.
See the approach here in the third. You know Tampa's going to be coming hard.
Well, it's up to you to come hard. That's the whole point where you were trying to make. Like you know, I know Tampa's going to have something to say about it, but you got to save your best period for here. I don't. Bruins haven't played their best hockey yet, and they're up 4-2. They played decent.
Going from left to right here in the third period. Tampa controls the puck first with McDonough passing into the neutral zone. Jumped away from Kucherov. Zadorov going to drive it around behind Vasilevsky, who comes out of the net. Sets it up for McDonough.
Zadorov going to have there. They're going to go. Pastrnak.
Zadorov and Pastrnak squaring off near the Tampa blue line. Gloves off. They have yet to lock up.
Strong guy.
Now they grab each other. Zadorov trying to keep the right arm free. Pastrnak trying to hold him off. Zadorov ripped his helmet off, and they go down without really throwing a punch. It's going to be interesting to see how they officiate this one.
No, it's going to be even up. Pastrnak stepped up right in front of the benches, and he didn't do much, but that's been brewing since last game. You know, he was involved in a lot of stuff last game. So Zadorov went over and challenged him. You're thinking they might give Zadorov an extra two? I don't think so. I think they dropped the gloves.
Tampa penalty number 81, Boston number 91, 5 minutes each for fighting.
I mean, he went over and talked to him.
Yep.
But they dropped the gloves same time.
I was just worried about, we're talking about the helmet.
Oh, not in a
earlier.
fight. Not in a fight.
He reached out and deliberately pulled it off of him.
Not in a fight.
Okay. That was my only
I thought you were
concern.
going for instigator.
No.
Okay.
No, they squared off.
If you can pull a guy's helmet off in a fight, you do it, because you don't want to be punching the back of his helmet. Look at Trent Frederick's knuckles from the last time when he had gotten his bout. Scrums they've been calling, but not when you drop the gloves already.
They face off in the Bruins defensive zone. It'll come behind the net. Hagel hit the back of the net as he tried to center it. Now deals it off toward the far point for Radish. Back toward Hagel, challenged by Lindholm. Carlo able to get it off the boards, but not out. Hagel sends one toward the slot. With his back to the net, Cirelli bumped off balance by Wotherspoon. Puck knocked out of the air and comes to Vinny Lettieri. He'll gather it back to his stick coming through neutral ice and down the right wing side. Shot it just wide to the short side and goes out of play.
So we talked earlier, when Perbix slid and probably slid too soon, right? And allowed Poitras to get around him and make that pass to Frederick. That's better timing on a slide right there. And I think it was Radish that did it. He didn't give Lettieri a lane to make that pass to the net. He timed his slide perfectly, and Lettieri was not going to be able to get that puck over to Marchand. That's why he tried to take that shot short side high.
Yeah, the one in the first period, Perbix was slid too early, and Poitras just waited him out.
Yeah.
Got the pass across.
And he's sliding, he's turning. He's a good player, Perbix. It wasn't the best how-to video there.
Kucherov bumped in the far corner by Geekie. He'll come out into the neutral ice. Lilleberg, shouldered by Sacco. Geekie drops the puck back into the Bruins zone. Pastrnak waited back toward neutral ice. Kucherov picked one off, sends it across the far side, but missed Paul with that pass. Bruins head the other way. Pastrnak trying to get it to Sacco on the left wing, but it tips off a stick and goes in on goal, covered by Vasilevsky.
Yeah, just And Pastrnak trying to make that pass through the neutral zone that time, and there's Kucherov ready to pick it off. No harm done. Know who's on the ice and where he is at all times.
Especially that guy. 63 points, including his assist tonight in 40 games. He's on another pretty good run. He's got 9 points in his last 6, including 2 assists in their win over Boston on Thursday. Had 2 goals and an assist on Sunday in their win in Pittsburgh. Tax zone face-off here for Charlie Coyle. We got the referee
talking
over.
If he's talking to Chernak or if he's talking to the official score, but
his head kind of poked into the Tampa Bay penalty box right now. Looks like something to do with the official scores. Whatever it is has been sorted out. They get ready to drop the puck in the offensive zone here. Face-off win by Coyle. Frederick tapped it toward the high slot, but steered out of there by Asimov. Lohrei, with Gergensen's wrapped all around him, will play it up ice. Hedman comes back to get it for Tampa. Off the near boards. There's touch coming through neutral ice. Callahan pivots away from Gergensen.
Yeah, Lohrei and Callahan right now. Lohrei playing the right.
There's Asimov with a puck on his stick, going to the far side circle. Lohrei took him into the corner. Callahan trying to push it up the near boards. Frederick hemmed in here by Hedman. Just over 2 minutes gone in this third period. Bruins leading 4-2. Puck frozen along the near boards. Now it comes free. Connor Geekie sends it over far side. Perbix a shot. Stick save made. Rebound sent to the near wall, but not out. Geekie sends over to Perbix for another drive, and that one looked like it hit Lohrei, I believe, in front. As it'll come to Poitras, and he'll play it softly into the Tampa Bay zone. Just too much on it.
So just coverage D zone right now. I mean, that's just a little bit of a shooting gallery out high. The Bruins get caught. Maybe coming back down low. They can't get the puck out, and all of a sudden there's 3 men high for Tampa. And the Bruins have 3 guys with 2 Lightning players around the net. They don't get that sorted out and get a couple good opportunities. Now you take the icing.
Face off here in the defensive zone once again. Officials trying to get sorted out who's supposed to be out there for Boston. Callahan comes back out.
Taking their time with figuring it all out, too.
Wotherspoon goes to the bench, so managed to get Carlo out there.
I thought that was Lohrei out there with
I think you're right.
Callahan, wasn't it?
Puck played up off the glass and out by Carlo, and got past Hedman. That's going to be another icing.
Clean ice. So they had a bunch of icings in the second. Now you've iced it twice in the third. We're 2.5 minutes into the third period. This is my point about making plays. You win the draw in your own zone after an icing.
We saw some of that in the third period in Florida as well, did we not?
Well, that was a different game.
Yeah. Callahan chasing into the far corner. Able to keep it loose here for Marchand. He'll bank it off the near boards and out past a swing and a miss by Hedman, and that's going to go for another icing. Callahan's made it as far as the door a few times here and has not been able to get to the bench yet. So they'll face it off to Swayman's right once again. Lindholm against Cirelli. Lindholm wins it into the corner.
He's won the draws, keeps winning them.
Callahan will pass up the far side. Never got to Lettieri. Cut off by Hedman. Carlo got it as far as the blue line, but not out. But a hand pass that time against the Lightning. So the Bruins will be able to get a fresh 5 on here. 17:05 remaining in regulation and a 2-goal lead.
Good job by Lindholm winning those faceoffs, and then it's up to the defenseman to do a better job of making the right play to get out of the zone. With support from the forwards as well.
This time Beecher wins the draw just outside the blue line. Koepke Gets it back to Beecher, stepping ahead. Gave to Brazo on the left wing side of the blue line. He'll send it around the boards, and Pete poked it back into the near corner. Looking for it along the wall. Beecher shoved to the boards. Finley sent it behind the Tampa Bay net. Perbix chasing toward the far side. Koepke cut him off. The Lightning will get it out. Brazo backhands it back to Koepke. Koepke down the right circle, driving toward the net. Perbix stayed with him.
Good effort there by Koepke, though.
Brazo crashing into the corner against Finley to try to win that puck. Perbix goes behind the net here for the Lightning and steers one up the right side. Free by Atkinson. Shoveled ahead by Peak. Bruins trying to get some changes on, and quickly ahead comes Lilleberg, but that plays offside as Gensel proceeded the puck into the zone. 3:45 gone here in the third period, and a 4-2 Bruins lead. A stops and starts kind of third period so far.
Oh, and he iced the puck 3 times.
Geekie and Paul on this face-off just outside the Boston blue line. Paul won it, but it gets past McDonough and all the way back in toward Vasilevsky. Off the far boards, Connor Geekie. Wide pass for McDonough. Drives it around the boards. Sacco gets to it first in the Bruins zone. Carlo hammers it around the wall for Pastrnak. And McDonough's down and shaken up.
Ooh, I think that was the puck that got him. I don't think it was Pasternak's stick. I think Pastrnak tried to dump that puck out of the zone and caught McDonough up high in the face area. McDonough's going down to the locker room for repairs. You've already got Chernak in the box, serving a 5-minute major. And Pastrnak was just trying to flip that puck out of the zone. Up on edge. Yeah.
Yeah, this looked like it tipped off McDonough's stick and rode right up under the shield.
Yeah, ramp up off the shaft.
McDonough wasted no time getting to the bench and back to the room. Oh, it's 15:55 left. Another face-off just outside the Boston blue line. Won by Geekie. It'll come back into his own zone here for Peak. Peak from behind the net, chased by Gensel. Pastrnak popped it up the far boards. Picked up there by Sacco into the middle. Here's Geekie cutting down the right wing circle. Stops along the near boards and sends it around for Pastrnak at the far side hash marks. He's able to play it through Radish, but turned over, and they'll come back toward the Boston zone. Race for icing, and they get the whistle as Connor Geekie was just inching ahead of Lori, it looked like from up here.
Gensel voicing his displeasure with the linesman on that one, thinking that Geekie was going to get there first.
And in the linesman's opinion, tie goes to the defender, right?
Yes.
Face off in the offensive zone this time. Coyle, Frederick, and Poitras. Poitras assisting on the first goal. All back up after 23 games in Providence. Pulled toward him along the near side of the circle, but Lightning will get it cleared. Connor Geekie going to drive one in off the end boards. Long rebound comes to Peak. Taken away by Gensel. Hedman played it off the far boards. Connor Geekie got it to Paul for a shot. Save made by Swayman. Rebound steered off into the near corner. Coyle wiped out as he went into the corner to play that puck. Peak brought it behind the Bruins net. Around the far boards, but not out. Came right to Gensel. Stepping toward the high slot. His shot gets blocked and his stick broke. He was looking for a penalty. Poitras goes down after he tripped over the piece of the stick.
That's a rough shift right there for the Bruins D. A couple times. Can't get it out. Got pocket picked on one of them, the other one off the boards and was kept in the zone. I don't like the way it's trending, Ryan.
Kucherov will send it off for Hagel on the right side. Moving toward the slot. Knocked off his stick by Lindholm. And it's played out of the zone and in toward Vasilevsky by Marchand. And Vasilevsky forced to cover it up with Lettieri coming right at him. Still 14:27 left in this one. Still a 2-goal Bruins lead, but
And there's been one good chance for Tampa, and it was a pad save made by Swayman. It's been really choppy. There's been nothing clean coming out of their own zone. I think John Cooper going down to Pastrnak. Pastrnak just went to the bench. Why are you fighting that guy? You don't have to fight him. We need you on the ice.
Oh, with McDonough in the locker room now, they need him on the ice even more.
Yeah. And to be honest, the Bruins need Zadorov on the ice right now.
Right.
He's got the ability to skate the puck out of the zone. He does some things that make you scratch your head sometimes, but he's got the ability to skate the puck up the ice, out of the zone, out of trouble, be physical around the front of the net.
Lindholm trying to drag it toward the slot. And remember, McAvoy not in the lineup tonight, placed on IR earlier this morning. Cirelli gets a straight-on shot kicked away by Swayman.
Right off the rush.
Marchand blew a tire coming through neutral ice. Lightning have possession here with Hagel. Heeling over to Perbix, far side. Fired across ice by Kucherov. Cirelli along the near boards. And
that's all the way down.
Offside.
That should be all the way down.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to be.
Kucherov knew that was offside. He's standing right in front of the referee.
We'll step aside. 13:58 to go here in the third. It's 4-2 Bruins on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
13:58 left here in the third. It's a 4-2 Bruins lead. And a faceoff coming up just outside of Boston territory. Bruins have led this one throughout. They got the lead early. There's 4:24 into this one, and at one point led it 4-0. The Lightning have scored twice in the latter half of the second period, and now here in the third, putting some pressure on.
Well, Cirelli just had a good chance off the rush that time, right down the slot.
Razzo stood up by Glendening. Sent into the Bruins zone by Perbix. Callahan back to play here for Boston. Now peek at the back of the net. Got it loose, but Perbix skates onto it right circle. Shot gets blocked. Koepke races to a bouncing puck, shoots it off the boards, and it will angle down toward Vasilevsky, who's forced to come out and play it. So it came up short of an icing. And Denning coming through the neutral zone, lost it. Morgan Geekie will get it back deep here for the Bruins. Down the boards it comes toward the near side. Jurgensen's out into the neutral zone. Asamont digging for it against Wotherspoon. And the puck freed up to Geekie. Now Sacco. He'll drop it back to Wotherspoon. 13 minutes remaining here in regulation. Tip deep here by Geekie. Pastrnak sends it hard around the far boards. Here's Connor Geekie ahead for the Lightning. Vorov catches up to him, brings him around behind the net, stays with him all the way into the near corner. But the puck comes free to Gensel, sent one through the slot all the way to Cernak in the far circle. His shot sticked away by Swayman. Cernak got it again off the far boards, tried to get it back in front. That time blocked, and Geekie clears.
Job by Geekie. He's getting his stick lifted, but he uses his skate to kick that puck up to him. And
Geekie puts a shoulder into Hedman as Hedman sends the puck into the neutral zone. Boyle get it locked up along the near boards. Now Hedman plays it to Connor Geekie, who's knocked down by Zadorov. Poitras moved it toward the blue line, but kept away from Coyle. Gensel goes the other direction. On the right side, Chafee sends one across ice. Paul takes it off the carom and throws it in on goal. Swayman hangs on to it with exactly 12 minutes to play.
Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 98.5 thesportshub.com Bruins page, brought to you by the Peterson School. The Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, Haverhill, and Turner Falls. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
These teams are going to see each other twice more this season. They will come within a week of each other in March. March 8th down in Tampa, and then following Saturday, March 15th here at TD Garden. There's Lilleberg off of the face-off, dumping one into the far corner. Kucherov. Carlo able to stay with him and stick that puck away. Chasing up the left wing goes Marchand, but Lightning control in their own zone. Lilleberg fans on it. Marchand nearly able to take advantage, but Lilleberg recovered in time. Hagel brings back ahead of the Boston line. Kucherov drops one back, and Radish with a one-time blast got through.
Bruins over back check that time, and that leaves Radish wide open at the point.
Lettieri able to help that puck out of the zone. Still working ahead to the Tampa line, and Kucherov comes back to retrieve the puck here for the Lightning. Hedman pass off to the right side. Cirelli gives to Kucherov. Perbix will send it across ice here for Hedman. Picks it up off the wall. Back over to Perbix. Steps into a shot. Blocked by Koepke. Callahan able to get the stick on it along the end boards. Beecher toward the near corner. Chopped it ahead. Koepke will angle it off the near boards and out. Perbix. Oh, come on. They're going to whistle that an icing. Perbix was gliding backward, and no way that puck should have gotten there.
You don't think he put much of an effort getting back on that? Really?
I mean,
he stopped skating at the blue line.
He did. Just stopped.
Joe Sacco agrees with you.
I mean, that's, the judgment call by the officials, but I wasn't sure that puck was even going to make it to the goal line. Lightning get the win of the face-off, and the shot goes up over Swayman. Lilleberg tried to throw one back in front, blocked by Lettieri. Out to the line. Oh, man, Radish absolutely dropped. I think that's Koepke along the near boards. It is, and Koepke is still down. And now Lettieri goes over, as does Peak.
So my only question here is, was this interference?
Officials trying to calm everyone as the trainer is over to look at Koepke, who's on all fours right now.
Did Koepke have the puck? Did the puck get to him before the hit happened? If he did, it's a clean hit.
Right.
It looked like it in real time.
Clean, yeah.
But if he didn't have the puck and he interfered with him, then that's different, and it was hard to tell. It's right below us.
It was right along the boards, just outside of the Boston blue line. We'll get a look at the replay.
Nope, it's a good hit. Koepke's reaching with one hand on his stick to play this puck, and Radish hits him. Now he catches head, but what happens is Koepke's leaning forward. to play the puck with his stick. There's no question Radish catches him up high, but he also catches full body as well. The head is the first part that he catches, then the body's the second part. But when you're leaning forward and you're low, there's no question he catches head.
It's almost a question, if you're Radish, of what else can, there's really no way to hit him there because of the way he's leaning forward without making head contact.
Well, the referee's going to talk about it. They didn't call a penalty, so, I mean, they could have called a major if they were unsure and then looked at it and made a decision then and wiped it off the board if he didn't deserve any of it. But I don't see them calling anything right now.
Koepke is up, but is being helped with an arm over Vinny Lettieri and an arm over Andrew Peeke.
I mean, he definitely got him in the head. It's just a matter of, if Koepke's standing straight up and he catches him in the head, that's a different story. But he's leaning forward. So he's leaning with his head. His head's the first thing you're going to make contact with.
Koepke just now getting over to the bench.
Just hope he's
okay.
okay.
Helped up the tunnel.
Here's the announcement, by the way.
Tampa has a 5-minute major penalty.
But what he didn't say was that they're going to look at it.
Right, and
they're going to, and if he's supposed to announce they have a 5-minute penalty, it will be reviewed to see if the major is going to be upheld.
So the two referees put on the headsets and are taking a look at the tablet right now down below us.
And John Cooper's going, what is he supposed to do? He's going right through the body with this hit. Yes, he catches him in the head first, but he's leaning forward with the head. And, I mean, the arm's down. We'll see what the referees decide here.
Obviously a different situation, but it's 2 games in 5 days between these two teams, and the Bruins lost Kastelik at the end of Thursday's game, and now appear to have lost Koepke, at least for the time being, but I would not expect him to be back tonight. And
not when you got to be helped to the locker room.
That's 2/3 of this, fourth line, which has been so good for you throughout the course of this season.
I mean, I hate to say it because it's a Bruins player going down. I think it's a good hit. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
you're reaching for the puck with one hand. You're leaning forward. You touch the puck, and then Radish makes the hit.
Right.
We'll see if the referees see it the same way. I'd love for it to be a major. I just don't know if it's warranted. John Cooper can't even believe they're reviewing it.
Officials have taken off their headsets. They're talking with the official scorer. And we'll get the announcement here from John McIsaac.
After video review, there is no penalty on the play.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah. It's an unfortunate result, but you can't penalize the result. So, crowd's not happy, but ultimately appears to be the right call. So 10:37 left, and the Bruins leading 4-2.
There was no penalty on the play.
Yeah, the officials did not put an arm up.
When Koepke was down injured, then they came over and conferred and talked about it and said that they're going to call the major and then review it.
And that's basically how the league has set this up now. It's like if there's a question, call the five. Let's review it and see what actually happened
and get it right.
John Cooper is still.
This game is grinded to a halt this third period. It has been a.
John Cooper standing in the open door of the Tampa Bay bench. Now hops back over the bench and we get ready to resume things here. Off the face-off in the near circle. Puck pulled free here by Andrew Peeke. He'll start the Bruins out all the way to the red line. Drives one in around Vasilevsky's goal.
Yeah, Beecher was out there to take that face-off and won it.
Lettieri along the end boards here for the Bruins. Lindholm Played off the far wall. Zadorov will submit it back to the back of the net. Lettieri took a hit from Radish, but stays with the puck. Radish able to win it back. Pushed it out towards Cirelli at the blue line, and now Hedman, but he pivots back a little deeper into his own zone. Pass up the middle to Kucherov. Took the bump from Marchand, but got the puck on to Hagel. Back to Kucherov, a one-timer. And the stick save made by Swayman. Hedman's got it along the near point. Back over to Cirelli, far side. Kucherov, high slot. Tapped it free, back to the point. And the shot by Pastrnak never made it through. Marchand will clear it out. Pastrnak came after him.
He went for a big hit.
Marchand was able to get out of the way of that. The play went up ice. Bruins are going to be whistled for an offside.
Pastrnak went for a big hit. Marchand ended up going underneath him. I don't know if he lost his balance or saw him coming at the last second. Marchand just wanted to get a line change. He wanted to dump this puck up the boards, and Pastrnak tried to step up on him.
We've got 9:41 to go here in the third. It's the Bruins 4, Lightning 2 on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
What you do with your MBA matters, and so does choosing where you earn it. At the Eisenberg School of Management, you'll gain the skills, experience, and connections needed to excel in a rapidly evolving business world. And whether you choose to learn in the classroom, online, or somewhere in between, it all starts right here at Eisenberg. Learn more at eisenberg.umass.edu.
Home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
9:41 left. Bruins 4, Tampa Bay 2. Boston trying to protect what was once a 4-goal lead is now a 2-goal lead in a third period that has crawled along. Face off here, controlled by the Lightning. Pass ahead. Gensel trying to split defenders, knocking that one out of the air, but couldn't control the puck.
Crawled ahead is an understatement. This thing has been just a slog here in this third period. So many whistles.
Lilleberg from the red line. Taps it deep. He kept it moving toward Pastrnak. Pastrnak bounced one off of Gensel. Gensel down deep here. Connor Geekie for the Lightning. Back to Lilleberg. His one-time blast goes wide and ricochets off the boards and out of play.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Tampa Bay up to 37 shots on goal. Jeremy Swayman faced a season-high 43 in the win over Florida on Saturday. They best that one before this one is over. He made 40 saves in that win over the Panthers in an overtime game.
to illustrate it, right? Our producer, Jeremy Conley, was just telling us that all the 7 o'clock games are over. They are. There's one in a shootout right now.
Everything shoots with 9 minutes to go here.
Everything else is over. The 7:30 games are into the third period. We still have 9 minutes to go in this one.
Lindholm wins another face-off in the defensive zone. Zadorov wraps it up the far boards. Marchand skated out to the red line, waiting for that puck to get to him, then lost it to Hedman.
Yeah, he didn't think, he thought Hedman was going to attack him there. He was just trying to chip it by him, but Hedman backed off. Another icing.
Zadorov clearing it all the way down ice. So 8:45 to go as we inch ever closer
to setting a record for icings.
That one game here earlier this year where there felt like just icing after icing after icing. It felt like we were here for about a week.
No, the record for icings in a period.
Right. Face off Won by Glendening this time. Radish over to Hedman for a one-time blast that goes wide. Comes ricocheting all the way back through neutral. And then an icing here against Tampa. Radish's pass misses everyone. Looking forward to the Ottawa trip on Saturday. If this one is over by then.
Yeah, I have my favorite cities to go to, Ryan. If Ottawa's arena was downtown Ottawa, I would enjoy going there. As it stands right now, it is not, and it is not one of my favorite cities. One of my favorite arenas. And
it is in the future plans, right?
It is.
It is. Move back downtown.
They're working on it, but Cirelli's had a hold of Coyle's stick, so Coyle knocked him down. He's still holding his stick.
Here's Hedman skating ahead for the Lightning with a shot from the left circle, and Swayman takes that right in the chest and hangs on to it.
That scrum earlier in the game, by the way, with Wotherspoon and Cirelli, that John Cooper was upset because Cirelli had his helmet ripped off in the scrum. So it wasn't a fight, it was a scrum, and there's the difference, right? Yeah, Cirelli's got a hold of Coyle's stick, won't let it go.
Kind of got it pinned between his legs as he's skating up ice with it.
Meanwhile, Hedman's coming in on that left wing side. Got pretty deep. Swayman had a good angle on him.
See that 6'7", 245-pound frame come barreling down the left wing.
The other 7 o'clock game that went to a shootout is now over. So overtime shootout. That was Columbus winning 3-2 over Philly.
Face off to the right of Swayman here with 8:18 to go. Off the draw, Chafee got it back to Lilleberg at the point. He'll send it around behind the net. Centering pass right out in front. And a chance for Jack Finley on the doorstep. But Swayman, equal to that, gets another whistle with 8:11 to go.
We're now up to 68 faceoffs in this game.
There were 18 total in the first period. I remember that number. It was 9-9.
There were 46 after 2 periods.
Face off to the left of Swayman this time. Bar circle down to our left. Finley won it, but it comes ricocheting back toward Peak. And up the boards, Frederick able to help it forward. Coyle moved it on into the Tampa zone, but Perbix skates to it. Perbix plays the puck off the far board, picked off by Frederick. He'll get it deep. Pastrnak will go in on the forecheck and goes crunching into Perbix as he went behind the net. Chafee just outside of the blue line. Lost it. Pastrnak backhands to Geekie. Fakes the shot, trying to get around Perbix. Stops along the near side of the net, looking for some help in front. Instead, got it off the near boards, but it's picked off by Finley. Got it out of the zone here for the Lightning. 7.5 to play. Bruins leading by 2. Deep it comes to Chernak for the Lightning around the near boards, and Gensel will start them up ice. Up the left wing side. Weight it down toward the end wall. Zadorov went to get it. Now Carlo trying to settle a bouncing puck as he goes into the near corner. Zacha on a backhanded through. Hedman who's pinched down onto it. Zadorov will get it as it comes behind the Bruins net. Taken to the far circle and lob one out to center ice. Hedman just back inside of his own blue line. Hall didn't see that pass coming, has to circle back to get it. Now Hedman's got it again on the near side with 6:50 to play. Paul has some room up the right side. Zadorov closes on him, takes him down toward the end boards, and Paul stays with the puck all the way around to the near circle, then lost it to Coyle. Coyle feeds one up the right side. Lindholm racing ahead. Lindholm down the right wing circle, goes around behind the net, trying to center for Marchand, and it was blocked off the leg of Radish.
Radish was in good position that time. That puck just kind of hit him there, but he was in good position where the pass had to go through him.
Peak finds Marchand coming through the neutral zone along the right wing side. Marchand stops against Radish and gets taken to the ice. Zacha with that puck free, but Lilleberg has it. Cirelli gets it through Peak and deep in behind the Bruins net. We hit 6 minutes to go. Off the near boards, and Geekie directed it out of the Bruins zone. Lilleberg comes back and gets it. Kucherov now from his own blue line. Wheels it back over to that far side. Radish, rink-wide pass. Lilleberg tapped it on to Cirelli. Cirelli down the left wing circle. Wheels it back up top here for Kucherov at the blue line. They get it to Hagel along the left circle. Hagel dragging one in front, looking for Cirelli, and Geeky get a stick on that. Kucherov at the top of the far circle. Hands off right circle. Cirelli a wide angle shot. Swayman made the save. Kucherov up top here for Lilleberg. Over to Perbix. Kucherov. Centering pass for Cirelli, broken up by Peak. And the Bruins clear the zone. Pastrnak will send one softly in toward Vasilevsky, just wide of the net. It's an icing. 5:14 to play, and the Bruins won't get a change here.
Yeah, Kucherov just so dangerous, right? You think he might take the shot, and then the next thing you know, he's going back through the seam. He's not alone, but he's just so good. Deception. Swayman's been excellent. He had that one goal kind of sneak through him there by Hedman late second period, but he's been excellent. Geeky's tipping, no chance, and got 40 shots against him right now. For the shots, Ryan, 14-2 in this period.
It's the third time this year Swayman makes a save there and covers it up, and then Wotherspoon getting into it with Mikey Asimon along the end boards. The officials again trying to calm everyone. This is the third time this year the Bruins have allowed 40 shots on goal. It's the second straight game. Swayman's been terrific. 5:03 to go. It's the Bruins 4 and the Lightning 2 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
5:03 left in regulation. Bruins with a 4-2 lead. Trying to win their second in a row and even up the season series against the Lightning. Tampa Bay, you mentioned this, I think, back in the pregame show. Tampa Bay had come off a 4-game losing streak, same as the Bruins. They've gone 3-0-1 in their last 4. Coming into this one, Bruins would like to get a streak going of their own here, erase some of that 6-game losing streak that they went through. As Frederick in the attack zone here, they work it deep here for Brazo. Comes back around the far boards. Glendening has it. His outlet pass overshot Asimon. Wotherspoon gets it to Brazo. He'll dump it into the far corner. Frederick goes to get it, but Glendening beats him to it. Hedman sent it across ice. Radish ridden to the boards by Coyle. Bruins get it back into the defensive zone here for the Lightning. Hedman sent it around far side. Radish under pressure from Marchand. And now Lindholm gets a stick on it, but can't get possession. It'll come back around toward the near side. Hedman sends it ahead. Here's Atkinson from the top of the left circle, a shot. Swayman makes the save, hangs on.
Yeah, another good one.
Left.
Bruins, they tried to get to this puck in the neutral zone, and it was Hedman activating and chipping it by, and all of a sudden Atkinson has time and space coming down the left wing side. The Bruins have to back in a little bit. That's Callahan playing the right side. He tries to use Callahan as a screen. Does. Swayman makes the save, and John Cooper's going to roll the dice with 4:11 to go, and he's going to pull Vasilevsky for the extra attack.
So Bruins with a 2-goal lead and a 6th attacker on for the Lightning. Lindholm against Cirelli on the faceoff. Lindholm wins another one. Zadorov plays it off the far boards. Marchand got it out across the blue line. Cirelli gets back there to play it. Hedman helped into the zone by Gensel. Zadorov goes back behind the net against Kucherov. Lost it. Hagel's got it. Off the near boards, it comes to Hedman at the left point. Over to the far side. They work it to Kucherov at the hash marks. Centering pass for Cirelli broken up. Hedman keeps alive. He'll play it back around the boards. Kucherov in the right corner. Centering pass for Cirelli. Tip toward the net.
Yeah, Lindholm got a piece of it.
Hedman with a drive. That's blocked by Lindholm. Diving effort by Carlo. You get a whistle coming. And a penalty.
For what?
You're going to get a trip while you're on Carlo as he dove to try to make that play.
He dove for the puck. He dove for the puck.
Carlo is...
And the guy went over top of him.
Number 25, 2 minutes for tripping.
Either one of them had the puck.
See if we can get a look at this here.
Carlo's going to be first to it. He dives for the puck. Yeah.
Hagel trips over
Tripped over his arm.
I mean, that's two guys going hard after a puck. A loose
That's
puck.
a tough call. It's the first power play for Tampa, though. It's a tough call on Carlo. I mean, if Hagel has the puck, I can kind of see it, but
right. Kind of.
That's a weird call.
Like to see them let the guys battle for that puck.
That's a weird call.
John Cooper using his timeout here with 3:33 left. As you said, it's the first power play of the night for Tampa. And an opportunity to try to cut this down to a 1-goal game. It'll be a 6-on-4 manpower advantage. So the Bruins, their benefit, if there is one, is they can fire at will at the empty net. Don't worry about an icing. Lindholm against Paul on the faceoff down to our left near circle. And it comes right to Peak. He shoots, scores! Andrew Peak with the empty netter, his first. And the Bruins make it 5-2.
He made no mistake with that one. Drilled it down, had an open lane. Face-off win by Lindholm. And Peak's got an open lane. She had to navigate it around his own player to get that all the way down. He makes no mistake. He had a couple of turnovers earlier this third period. That one's got to feel good.
Good on Charlie Coyle, was the guy who was kind of in his way and jumped to get out of the way of that. So it took just 3 seconds into the Carlo penalty for the Bruins to score. Vasilevsky back between the pipes here in a 3-goal game now. And he starts to creep toward the bench as the Lightning control the puck. Hedman will play it back into the Lightning zone. Vasilevsky had started to go for the bench, and Kucherov had to come back to get the free puck.
That's his first goal as a Bruin.
Yes. Up the right side. Zadorov off the far boards. Got it to Zacha. Net empty again at the Tampa end. Zacha shoots for the empty net and scores! Pavel Zacha makes it 6-2. Back-to-back empty netters, shorthanded for the Bruins.
One way to get the shorthanded goal stats up, huh?
Shorthanded goals number 3 and 4 on the year.
I think people will look down and see the minuses for the Tampa Bay Lightning are the top players, and you're out there for 2 empty netters.
So still 3:04 left, but it's a 4-goal game now.
Marchand will get an assist on this. Zacha. Zacha had a helper earlier. Marchand had a goal earlier.
Elias Lindholm got the assist on the Peak goal.
Yeah, face-off clean win.
Face-off win. Oh, Bruins still shorthanded here. As Kucherov had it knocked into the far corner by Beecher. But bounced off of Pete, kicked up into the air. Lightning leaving Vasilevsky in between the pipes for what looks like the last 2:48 of this one in a 4-goal game now. Hagel, Radish, they play catch with it. Back up top, Radish, long shot, blocker saved by Swayman. In the near corner, thrown back in front by Hagel. Comes bouncing back toward the far point. Kucherov pushed it back down low. 55 to go on the power play. Kucherov right in front, and Chafee hit the post. Peak in the far corner, got it behind the net to Callahan. Gave away along the far wall. He had a
broke his stick trying to clear that puck. Callahan did.
Hagel at the top of the left circle. Passes down low to Gensel, back to Hagel. 2:07 to go. They work it toward the far side. Kucherov with a big wind-up, but didn't take the shot. In front, Chafee hits the back glass. Hagel, left wing circle, sends one across. Kucherov one-timed it. Swayman the save. Peak will play it up the far boards, and Frederick will send it all the way down with 15 to go on a Carlo penalty.
Good save there made by Swayman, moving right to left there on Kucherov.
41 saves on the night now for Swayman. Perbix drives one in. Carlo getting ready to come out of the box as we approach 90 seconds to go. Swayman makes another save on a backhander by Gergensen. The Bruins back at full strength here. 6-2 they lead it. Lindholm off a turnover by Perbix. Will play it on into the Lightning zone and head off as part of a chain. Eyssimont coming through neutral ice. Skates across the Boston line. Cutting toward the right circle. Takes the shot. Round eye level. It's gloved by Swayman. Hangs on with 1:06 to go.
Swayman he's been dialed in today. I mean, like I said, that one goal by Hedman maybe, but he's made so many good saves here in this one. Dialed in all game. 2+ games, or 2 games over 40+ shots. Tampa up to 44 now.
They've been riding Swayman a lot here. Mentioned earlier, this is his 8th start in the last 9 games.
He's got a light week here too. So
off the face-off, Callahan sent it around the far boards, helped out of the zone by Lettieri. Swayman came into this one in his last 11 starts with a 2.26 goals against average and a .914 save percentage. He has been excellent. Buck at the blue line here. Perbix. And then taken away by Poitras at the top of the face-off circle. Sent out into neutral ice. Lettieri and Brazo trying to get it moving forward as we hit 35 seconds to play. Loose puck in front of the penalty boxes. Sent softly into the Boston zone by Lilleberg. And right back out of there courtesy of Pete. Lettieri going to outrace Perbix for an icing here. Thought we might have one more for good measure. Poitras to Wotherspoon, over to Frederick in front, trying to get Poitras one of the final seconds of this one. From the right hash marks to Frederick in the corner. Deals it back to Wotherspoon. Winds, fires, glove stop. Vasilevsky just tossed it into the corner. Final seconds will tick off. And the crowd comes to their feet at TD Garden. Bruins beat the Lightning 6-2 tonight. Their second win in a row. 3 call-ups from Providence in the last 2 days. And the Bruins manage to take down their Atlantic Division rivals anyway. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
And a minimal salary cap hit. Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
But you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Go to Blinds.com for 40% off site-wide and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go right now for 40% off site-wide at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You've always known you were going places. So whether you're continuing your journey to success or perhaps starting a new one, a Master of Science in Accounting from Eisenberg is just what you're looking for. As the #1 graduate accounting program in the Northeast, we can help open doors to the next chapter in your business career. Ready for what's next? Learn more at eisenberg.umass.edu.
Warning! Inflation is back on the rise. The national debt is spiraling out of control. The stock market has been at an all-time high, and wars continue to rage across the globe. Experts are predicting a massive economic crash for 2025, and you should be ready. Will you sit on the sidelines and wait, or will you take action today to help protect your hard-earned retirement savings? Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco, where you'll learn why tens of thousands of hardworking Americans and even the world's central banks are turning to precious metals to help protect and diversify their money. Get your free gold and silver kit from Goldco by calling 855-GOLD-IRA. You could even receive up to a 10% instant match on bonus silver for qualified accounts. Don't let your financial future slip through your fingers. Learn why so many Americans are diversifying with gold and silver today. Call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-GOLD-IRA.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub, Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Kucherov at the top of the far circle. Hands off right circle. Cirelli a wide angle shot. Swayman made the save. Bruins victorious tonight over the Tampa Bay Lightning 6-2. We're joined downstairs by Jeremy Swayman. You've seen 2 games in a row. You've seen a lot of rubber, but you guys managed to pull out a win. How's it feel after this one?
Oh, excellent, especially after the last time we were in Tampa. We weren't going to forget what happened, the way they finished the game there. So really important emotional win for us, and what a way to do it in front of our fans.
Sway, a couple games in a row, over 40 shots against you. Are you a goaltender that kind of thrives on that, seeing a lot of volume, or is it, how does it depend on how the game kind of goes and unfolds?
I think it's one shot at a time every game, but it's good to see rubber. And, again, the guys in front of me did such a good job with clearing lanes, let me see that first shot and clearing away rebounds. So couldn't happen without them, and they did an excellent job boxing out and kicking ass.
Yeah, speaking of those guys defensively, obviously you're without McAvoy tonight. Callahan gets into the lineup for the first time at the NHL level. You got guys kind of shuffled around a little bit back there, but your D-men were doing a nice job in front of you.
They were, and that's the momentum for us. It's been like that the last few games, and I think that we're sticking to a process here that we know that works, and no matter who's in a Bruins jersey, it's next man up. We know that that's our culture, and it's great to see Callie get a great start, and he was really big for us the whole game. So really happy, and again, a lot to build on.
Appreciate the time. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Sway.
Thanks, beauties. See you, boys.
All right, there's Jeremy Swayman on the heels of a 6-2 Bruins victory. He stops 43 out of 45 shots. Looking down the stats, believe that that ties his career high set last year with 43 saves.
He was dialed in all game. I love what he said in the first answer there. They weren't going to forget what happened in the third period the other day. And, the fights address that. I give Lilleberg credit, not for the cross-check to the face of Kastelik, obviously. And it looks like Kastelik's going to be okay, which is good. But he dropped the gloves with Kastelik when it happened, and he dropped the gloves today with Frederick. So he answered the bell. That's the way it should be done, and it was done. And both guys kind of answer the bell there, and I think Chernak as well. Like Chernak was running around a little bit the other day, and he was involved in a lot of stuff after the whistles. Not that it wasn't anything overly bad. That I remember anyhow. But he was challenged by Zadorov, and he dropped the gloves with Zadorov. But they did it the right way. They didn't take penalties. They didn't take penalties.
Played an emotional game without giving. Tampa didn't have a power play until late in the third period.
Yeah, and it was it was a marginal trip there on Carlo, exactly. So it was a game where and it was physical. Radish's hit was a good hit. It's an unfortunate result for Koepke, and you hope that he's going to be okay. But it was a good hit. It was a hockey hit. Koepke was leaning forward. His head was a little bit down. He was trying to reach for the puck, which he got to first. But in doing so, your head is going to be the first point of contact for Radish. He can't avoid that. In my estimation, I thought they got it right. I like the fact that they called the major, eventually called the major, and then went over and took a look at it and decided that it was not a penalty, and it's probably the right call. So, it was a long game. It was the longest game of the year. Especially without overtime or anything. Yeah.
What was the number? 34 face-offs.
Well, there were 34
face-offs
face-offs in the third. Yeah, that's just. I mean, it just started with the 3 icings in the first couple minutes by the Bruins, and I was a little concerned as the period kind of wore on. I mean, the Bruins were getting outplayed in terms of they were back on their heels a little bit. They weren't making a lot of plays coming out of their zone. They were icing the puck. They really didn't have any offense in that third period to speak of. Which is okay, I guess, but you'd rather have a little bit more of a push up the ice as opposed to having to be in your own zone the majority of the third period. So I thought that for the most part, Tampa didn't have grade A opportunities, like rebound chances in the third. They had a couple off the rush. There was a couple of pad saves that Swayman made. He was dialed in all game. It really was. He played a really strong game, squared up to the puck all night. Hedman snuck one through him there in the second period, late second period, but that was a passing clinic put on by him and Kucherov there prior to that goal being scored. And, then you get a little concerned. Late goal, second period, what's going to happen here in the third? They sat back a little bit, the Bruins did, and Tampa tried to come at them, but, they battled. They had some block shots. limited the rebound opportunities, allowed Swayman to see the shots coming through for the most part, and probably not the recipe for success kind of moving forward between the last two games, between Florida and this one, but effective because, you played some games where you thought you deserved points and you got nothing out of them. And now you played a couple of games where your goaltender was your best player, probably, and you get a couple of wins. And this is, all right, you got to build on something. You needed points. You had to stop the bleeding. You needed points. Okay, they've done that. Now it's about playing a little bit better.
Well, the people who have been saying, is Jeremy Swayman living up to the contract? Well, the last couple of games, he certainly has done more than his share to keep this team ahead.
Today especially.
I mean,
he had a couple saves on tips early in that first period. That changes the game, right? You had Gensel had a tip. There was another tip that it actually glanced off of Wotherspoon's hip, and Swayman was in just such a good position to make those saves. And the Bruins were a little opportunistic in the goals that they scored. They scored 3 goals off the rush. They're not a rush-scoring team.
Right.
They scored 3 goals off the rush today. So, good on them in that department. They didn't have a ton of sustained attack, throughout the game. There was not a lot of that, but they hung in there.
Let's go downstairs and hear some of Joe Sacco's press conference.
Yeah, so it's a lesson for us, too, like that when we get into these type of situations, teams are going to push hard. And it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we're getting our game back to where it needs to be. Obviously, they're going to push. They're going to get some chances. And Sway came up large again here for us tonight at certain points of the game. But just understanding that, to be a really good team in this league, you have to play consistent hockey the way that we started out that game for 60 minutes. And good teams find a way to bring it back in. We've just got to continue to build on that.
Did you like what Poitras gave you, especially early on that first goal? And then can you give a thought on what Michael Callahan how he looked in his first game?
I thought Matty played well tonight. We brought him up. He came up, and he used his speed and his offensive ability on that first goal. He made a really nice play to Freddie. Did some other good things, too, as well with the puck. At times it's just – it's about, again, even with like a young player like Matty, it's finding that consistency in his game, knowing who you're playing against, and, time and score, just making sure you're managing that part of your game properly. But I liked the energy he brought to the game tonight for us, and I thought Callie did a good job in his first NHL game. So not easy team to play against, and he handled himself fine.
Joe, busy day in terms of transaction, new guys in. Just how did you think the team handled that throughout the day and then, during the game?
Throughout the day, I think it was fine. I didn't, there was no distractions. I thought, obviously, by the start of our game, we seemed focused and ready to play when the puck dropped, so that's a good sign. Like I said before, I thought that the guys were ready to play here tonight. I didn't think that, having a couple of new guys come into our lineup, it's good. It brings a different feel to the room, and it brings some energy in the room. We got, Spoon scores his first NHL goal tonight. That's exciting. I think that was Peaker's first goal was a Bruin. So those are good for those guys.
I was just going to say, how much did that flash of speed from Poitras energize everybody?
Oh, I think there's no doubt about it. You can see it right off the hop there. I mean, he gets separation from his guy there. Charlie, I think, blocked a shot, if I remember correctly, in the D zone. The puck pops out to Matty, and he uses his speed there. He uses creativity, and to be able to hang on to that puck the way he did while that D was sliding, and hang on to it and get it by him over to Freddie, it was a really good play. And I think you could tell right away it kind of energized our group too.
Joe, what did you think of the hit on Koepke, and is there any update?
The hit, I thought it was, when I could see it at the bottom of the screen, and I don't get a great look at it sometimes, but my initial reaction was I thought it was the first point of contact was the head. I'll have to look at it again, and I don't have an update on him just yet as far as how where he's at as far as his health. But I thought that the initial hit looked like the first point of contact was his head, but they obviously thought different.
How much confidence does it give you when Swayman starts to get into a groove? Maybe like he's been, the last week or two, you've started to see him really look like the Swayman of last year.
It helps a lot. I think, you look over the last whatever it was, couple of years, our goaltending has been outstanding, right? And we all know that. And and when you make mistakes, when you have breakdowns in your coverage, he's playing the way he does. It's certainly you can breathe a little bit easier. You want to not give that many, you don't want to give many chances like we have maybe the last couple of games, but certainly when he's playing like that, it makes everybody, it feels everybody makes a little bit more, I don't want to say relaxed because that's not the right word, but a little bit more confident, I guess is the right word. But we still have to build on our game here. I mean, we won a hockey game tonight. We've won 2 big games against divisional opponents, but there's still stuff for us to keep building and improving on in our game to help him out too.
All right, there is Joe Sacco meeting with the media after the Bruins beat the Lightning 6-2. It is time now for tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the Game. Angles it off the boards back to Hedman, who fanned on it, turned it over, and now Poitras on a 2-on-1 with Frederick. Poitras down the right wing side, goes to the net in front, Frederick scores! Trent Frederick finishes off the 2-on-1 from Poitras. It's 1-0 Bruins. That's tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the Game, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Whether you're the passenger princess, a new set of twins, or even the family dog, everyone travels in luxurious comfort in the Lexus TX. We'll be back to check the out-of-town scores, give you the 3 stars when we return on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
And a minimal salary cap hit. Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Go to Blinds.com for 40% off site-wide and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go right now for 40% off site-wide at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Here's a look for Granlund. In. Scores! Mikhail Granlund. A power play goal.
San Jose Sharks in Detroit to take on the Red Wings here tonight. Red Wings were winners of 7 in a row coming into this game, but San Jose would spoil that. 6-3 win over Detroit. Dallas Stars 4-1 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was Seattle taking down Pittsburgh 4-2. Washington Capitals with the shutout over Anaheim, 3-0 there. In a shootout, Columbus 3-2 winners over the Philadelphia Flyers. Ottawa gets the shutout against the Islanders 2-0. Florida and New Jersey are tied at 1. They are going into a shootout. Third period action, St. Louis taking on Calgary. The Blues lead that game by the score of 2-1. Nashville with a 4-2 lead over Vegas. That game is in the third period. Sorry about that. 6-1 now. Winnipeg leading Vancouver in the third period. Rangers with a 2-1 lead over Colorado in the second. And also in the second, it's Utah with a 2-1 lead over Montreal.
And here at TD Garden tonight, Bruins a 6-2 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Shaws and Star Market